Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose, this is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. New ideas with a sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand Rising, people. It's your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, with another edition of the Morning Mac Show. Y'all know how this go, right? Every morning, I get up on here on Monday through Friday and tell you how awesome Shades of Blue is by AM Morning, and tell you how awesome Molly Mall CMOS product is, and just give you guys some good food and good everything for thought. So today is Tall Tale Thursday, but I'm going to try something a little different. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you how good Shades of Blue is. I'm not going to tell you how funny it is and how it makes you laugh and cry and everything. I'm not even going to tell you to go get it. I'm not going to tell you how good Molly Moss CMOS is, for the body and all that good stuff. I'm not gonna tell you. I ain't gonna do it. They said BC do it for the fine. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because by now, if you're tuning into this show, and for those all you latecomers, I catch up. Good morning, Slicky. That's my brother, big brother, Slicky Woo Boo. He calls me every day to make sure I'm alive. And what more could I ask for? And I thank you for that. He get on my nerves though, because he be always trying to bully me and fuss at me and all that stuff. But I love him and I know he loves me. And thank you for the check-ins. He be like, "Did you take your medicine? Oh, you're about to act loopy. Oh, this." And it's so funny because he know when something wrong with me. Like if he's talking to me and if my sugar go down or go up or I took the medicine, he knows. And then he'll get to yelling at me or he'll mess around and call my son. I remember one day he can't call my son. I was in the living room passed out, acting loopy. I think my sugar had went down too low. A Slicky was like, "Go in there, check on your mother. Something wrong with her." And sure enough, something was wrong with me. So, like I said, it takes a village, even a village to raise idiots like myself from time to from time to time. I gotta find out what the hell I did with my praise. But but yeah, I want to say good morning, thank you to him, and let's say good morning to my panel of esteemed producers, Mr. Molly Mall and Big Trey, Grand Rising Brothers, Grand Rising. They in the house. They in the house. They busy a lot, but trust and believe they are in here. Oh man, I was going through the video catalog. Well, I call it the video catalog because I don't know why. I see certain videos, right? And I'm thinking that when I see the video, that everybody sees the same video. I don't know, but I was watching IG, going through it, skimming through it real quick. I go on and when I get an alert or something, and I go and look, and then all this other stuff pops up, right? I'm getting acclimated around all this system and how the different things work, And I see a graduation brawl. I mean, you see people in their caps and gowns, girls running with no shoes on, like they took the heels off to run to go fight. It was just like a free for, and I'm like, is this IG or did this really happen somewhere? Is this somewhere out there where they really out there in the cap and gown fighting? And I'm trying to get it back, but it's like for some reason I have difficulty pulling up stuff on my laptop from IG. That part I don't know why, but I'm trying to get back to that brawl. So in case y'all didn't see the graduation brawl, you could see it, and I'm trying to find out what in the world happened. And why would you fight at your graduation? I mean, what happened to that to spark up and take part in all of that? Baby, I don't know, but I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna share it with y'all. But I don't know if it's a true story or if it's IG. It looked real. It really did look real. I gotta ask Molly Mall. Molly, is it a true story? Is it real, Molly? Or is it live? Or is it Memorex? I don't know where Molly is. He probably doing something. He do 50 million things a day. But yeah, I need to bring that up because I really do. I want to share that with y'all and get y'all take on that and find out, what's going on. Okay. Somebody says, send me some pics in that music. It let me see what I can put together for you. Okay. All right now. Good Grand Rising Money.
What's up?
Big Trey.
Are we live? I mean, are we
Yeah.
connected to Fit? Because I don't see no comments yet. And it's 11 minutes in.
I see Slicky at 10:41.
Oh, okay.
But are we still live?
Oh, I see Josh's joint. Okay.
I don't. Well,
Maybe they
Slicky
just
pops
they
up.
might whoever is watching might just okay. I see Trey Money. All right. All right.
Okay, because Slicky
What's up,
pops up
Slicky?
on my phone. I see him here. With that thing with StreamYard, that don't come up. That don't. I don't know with StreamYard, but Louise will tell you it's like one line at a time, and you may see a person's name, and then that's it. As far
It's
as
all good. What you talking about today?
I was talking about, Tall Tale Thursday. This is when the cap happens. I don't know if it was IG, but did you see the brawl, that graduation brawl on IG? They sent me a
The what?
brawl. It was somebody's graduation, and they was fighting at cap and gown at the ceremony, at the graduate. People was running around. Girls took look like they took the shoes off and was running. Everybody was just fighting and stuff. I was like, is this IG or is this at somebody's graduation? I saw it came through on like IG. It flashed across the thing, and I was like, oh, I gotta find that story
Are you
because
allowed to shout out the person that sent it to you?
it was on IG. I came
Oh,
back and quick. I
I
didn't
thought
get
you said,
all of it.
oh, my bad. I thought you said somebody sent it to you. My bad.
I did, no, I opened up IG and it was like right there, and I was like,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
what's going on? What's happening here? And
Right,
before I
right,
could click on it, it just like boom. I'm like, oh shit. Y'all know I
right.
ain't too fast with the IG. But that's why I was like, did anybody else see this? Because nobody said about the brawl. I mean, I'm pretty sure it can happen, but it should happen. That should be one of the most auspicious days of a person's life to walk across that stage, whether it's high school or college, to be brawling like that. And it's like everybody in the auditorium. It was looked like it was outside, and it
Yeah.
was just people. It was the people in the ceremony, the graduates. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Captain Gales fly. I'm like, is this real? So that's why I was like, I gotta,
What's up, Jug?
I didn't know.
Jug Flex, the promoter. DJ Slicky, what's up? I see y'all comments.
What's up, people? What's up? I mean, have y'all ever heard of such nonsense? It looked like, you know what it looked like? They was out there brawling. It looked like the brawl in Mississippi, down there when the Alabama brawl on the docks. That's what it looked like. They was brawling like that. Anytime you got folding chairs available around. I mean, I'm laughing to keep from crying because it's funny, but it's not funny. It's a damn it's sad. It's I'm like it's like almost you can't believe it. But I don't know why I'm shocked. Anything is possible in this world, right? But
Yeah.
let me see if I can find that story, that video that I seen, and pull it up. It might be on. I don't know how to do it or on TikTok if I put
You gonna
in
try to find it right now?
graduation, bro. No, I'm gonna put a load up a video to take y'all to and while the video is playing. One of today's videos. I'm gonna look for it while the other video is playing. I'm gonna look for it, see if I got it on the phone, can pull it up, then I can
All right.
send it to the group when that
All right.
what's going on. So have you been to or seen anybody graduation yet? Like they send off for the prom. When do prom season start? It's now, right? Until
I
when?
don't know. I'm 31 years old. I don't know. No, no, shit. Ain't no kids around me. I mean, my cousin, like, I mean, not just recently, but she in college now. So, I mean, it's
Okay.
hers, but I ain't got no kids around me. I see it in the
Okay.
neighborhood because it's family in the neighborhood, but not nobody I know personally.
Okay. We didn't when I graduated, we didn't have like Rodney's having a send off for his daughter tomorrow. When I was when back when I graduated, like that was 30 plus years ago. But anyway, we didn't do what they do now. They go all out for the prom and everything. It's
Yeah.
just like a boy take you to a prom. You wear this dress. Sometimes it was cute. Sometimes it looked like Easter Sunday dress. But and they can pick you up. and everything, but it wasn't like the whole family get around and give you a send off. And I guess because we didn't have pictures like the only pictures we had was the Polaroid that you shake. It was like, oh, wait a minute, and it's not like you can take a whole bunch of those.
Thanks for the follow on IG, Malik.
Oh, Malik the Freak is in the group.
Don't get sidetracked. I'm talking to people while you talking to them. I'm
Grand
listening.
Rising. But the people's graduation and the prom send-offs and all that good stuff. Molly Mall, is you with me?
Yeah, well, what about the proms? What was you saying about the proms though?
What I was saying, we didn't do, like, it wasn't a big ceremony when I was coming up. It was like you going out on the first day.
Thank you, Slicky. Appreciate it.
But now they got where the limousine, when the whole family goes off and see, they make it a big party thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I was saying, and it's like they make a big ceremony out of it. And I was like, wow. And some people be throwing some money into them graduations and stuff.
I mean, what are you saying? Are you saying that you wish you was able to do that at that time? What are you saying? Because you're not really saying anything. You mentioned it, but I don't know what you're getting at.
I'm saying we didn't have that celebration like that. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have that. That would be awesome, but we didn't, back then.
So yeah, so you're saying you wish I was able to do that at that time. That makes sense.
Yeah, because that'd be some nice stuff going on and everything. And even with my nieces and nephew and them, when they came out of school, at their prom, it was still done. That was over 10 years ago, but it was still done, but not at the grand scale of it. They turned the prom into a party. So
Josh was saying y'all ain't had no internet, y'all wasn't trying to go viral. Yeah, I thought that was I'm listening to what you're saying, but I thought that was a given on why it wasn't like that at that time. Like, you just say yourself, really, that they shaking photos off of Polaroid, letting it cool down and develop. Ain't nobody seeing that shit unless they come to your house. It wasn't I'm gonna send you this picture real quick. So I thought it was clear that.
So what Josh is saying,
what's up, Mr. John?
Because they didn't go viral. So in other words, they doing this stuff to try to go viral, not really trying to celebrate the graduation, but they're doing it just to try to go viral.
You asking it in a question that's like as if you're not aware of the times or something, because
I'm aware of the times, but damn, everything got to be a viral shot.
But that's the era that we in, and so you wanted that. So if you could have had that, you would have had that in your time.
I could have, but not for the viral part, just to have
the picture taking, for all of that comes with it. And all social media and people's ability to send pictures instantly to people, technology, the current times is the reason why things are celebrated more. Things are celebrated more so people can see it, not so they can actually celebrate it. But regardless, you live through the times, you've seen the changes, you know what's up with today's time. So there's no reason why, I understand you saying that you wish they had it in that time, but it's clear why they didn't.
Well, let me take it back. Not the internet bullshit, because that part, no. But
without the internet, they wouldn't be doing it. So that's what I'm trying to say. Without the internet, so because we're talking about that changing in that time frame, you would have had to have the internet and all of this exposure and all of this for people to want to do that. People that didn't care. Their minds wasn't on being seen and all of that. So that's not even because it's not a new discovered thing, or I wasn't telling you anything that's not like common knowledge. It's clear on why why it's a different era. It's clear.
So everybody want to be seen now. Everybody want to be on the, I thought that was.
I didn't say everybody necessarily wants to be seen, but the ability to send pictures and things instantly to other people, to have an actual profile that you're posting on. I remember when Bebo tagged Facebook. I remember when Facebook was just for professional people, it was just for lawyers and doctors and stuff. I remember that. When YouTube only had lyric videos, they didn't have music videos. There were no podcasts. Nobody, was getting monetized. YouTube wasn't paying people. I remember all those changes. The first cell phones, the first laptops that hit the streets. You up with the times. You got more time on
But I
me
wasn't
on
in
this
it.
earth.
I wasn't in it like that. I mean,
But
I
you don't
wasn't.
have to be in anything. That's the thing. I'm not in anything. You don't see me posting on Facebook. But at the same time, I was around and alive to see the changes. So it should be
I didn't see
clear
any
to everyone on
to it.
why it's a different era and why it's not like before.
Wow. So I mean, I'm not. Wait a minute. I want to make sure we're clear on what we're saying. I'm not saying like for the digital age and all that. I'm just saying for family to get around. Like they turned it into a cookout now, like a gathering for family to
But you're
get around
saying that you
and come
wanted it that
together.
way. I'm
For
very
the
clear on
family
what you're
just to come
saying. You're saying you
together.
wish you had
Yeah.
that. You can separate the internet part, but you weren't going to get all that. Is my point. That wasn't going to come unless you had the internet. All that's developed in technology and everything is gives people more avenues to do stuff. That's why y'all was sending not your era. I don't know what they was doing in your era necessarily, but that's why people started off sending postcards and stuff and putting the money in their mail before things develop and they can start to send later on in the future, send cash apps and Venmos and all of that type of stuff to even money orders and stuff. Like all that stuff wasn't always existing. So it's clear that we developed into this time. We're talking on a phone right now.
I guess we are.
No, we are. Now I guess we are. It's all. I mean, I don't know. It's clear to me. I don't know. I don't know. It's clear to
Here,
me. Oh wow.
I'm looking more of the celebration part, the heartfelt part of it, and I guess everything, like you said, I guess one thing leads to another. It's just like a domino effect. It trickles down. It trickles down. I guess that's well. It's the only thing I can say it's really good for is for like when your loved ones are far away or your grandparents and they want to see you and they want to see the occasion. They want to see you in your prom dress. You go to prom or you graduate. That's awesome. The people that love you that want to be there that can't be there. That part is awesome for social media. Social media is a really is a good tool, but too much of it can be a bad
Yeah,
thing.
Josh.
It's one of those bittersweet things. It's like a Sour Patch Kid. But back to what I was saying about the brawl at the graduation. That is,
Is
like
my
I
shit
said.
working today? I don't know if it's working today. Oh, there you go. Never mind, it's working.
Oh, the balloons.
No, I was seeing if it was working so I could use it. But what were you saying?
I'm trying to get the first video up. Is it in the box?
I thought you post your stuff differently. I thought I was the only one who really posts anything in the group chat, unless it's someone from the panel.
No, I mean I send it in the I send the videos in the chat in the
that's what you were doing this morning. I've seen the notifications. They should be in the group.
Okay, because I see something here, but I don't know. Molly Mall, where you at? I see. It looks like a video might be loaded up, but I'm not sure. Because
oh Lord. Oh my Lord.
That's the first.
What is this?
But guess what? None of them have to go home with me tonight. I go home with myself, like Jesus. Get me here.
It's our last day in Florida, and me and the girls are trying to get down to the ocean.
Oh,
we're having to walk through like all these dips and piles of sand.
Oh my God.
This is extremely hard.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Oh. Never mind.
Are we sitting? Is this our spot? Oh, it's so pretty. I'm at the beach. Woo!
Y'all got me?
Nope. Oh, look at you. Lean with it.
My Lord.
I mean, I almost broke my neck a few times walking down sand, but I freaking made it to the beach.
You have a cute bathing suit on under there.
Cute bathing suit. It's grandma. Okay.
It's not grandma. See, it's adorable.
I'm here.
Why are
I
you?
seen your comment, Josh. I seen it.
You're beautiful. Don't hide nothing.
I don't want people to be afraid. What?
Somebody else want some
I
water?
want water.
Can you catch it?
Maybe. Look at that.
Do you want one?
No, no, no. I'm just wishing my body looked like that in this bikini.
Exactly. Wait,
Ugh.
But
you
listen,
look great though.
listen to me. Y'all need to know. I feel beautiful the way I am, or else I wouldn't come out here like this. You know, I feel beautiful. I accept my body. No one else may not accept my body, but guess what? Don't none of them have to go home with me tonight. I go home with myself. You know, like. Let me tell you something, baby. It's taken a lot for me to show up with nothing but my bikini on. Don't get me wrong, Megan. I hate my rolls, but my brain tells me
This is
I'm
what you got.
gorgeous. Yes, and like I understand you struggles, and if that bothers me to my core.
I get anxiety just talking about this. I would give
Slicky.
anything to have a body like that. It'd be
Behave,
so much
Slicky.
easier than this. I belong here. I just feel like as excited as I was to see the beach, I wish I had
Oh.
waited so I could feel more confident out here.
But don't you think you've waited long enough?
Yeah.
I don't want to cry. Don't ask me
Thank you
that.
for putting up that
I mean,
comment,
look at
Molly.
where
I see
you
that.
are. Look how far you've come. Don't let anything bring you down today. You are here. Own it. Go get in the water.
Okay.
I want to go jump in the water so bad, but I'm scared because the undertow in water will kind of pull you, and the waves are heavy.
Those waves look
He's
really
heavy.
They are The waves
angry.
Are very,
They're very aggressive waves.
yeah.
But I'm going in past my knees.
Your
It
mic
might
is
take a
muted,
minute to get
Reese.
up.
I have an honest concern about going in the water. I have not been in the ocean submerged in 35 years.
Okay. Get up on your knees and push up.
Would you like some help?
Oh, I'm scared to death to get in the water. Like being this big, you will not be able to like stand up or start swimming real quickly or get away from anything. Whoa!
Don't fall. Please be careful. I can't get you up.
We got all this fat. There's folds and rolls, so you got to think if a shark sees this, don't know. He sees something like this. Da-da.
Oh, God.
All right, I lost our views.
Get in the water.
He said, God damn.
This is definitely a surreal moment for me because I'm at the beach and I'm in the water. And that's something I never thought I could do. Fish out of water, help me! Oh God, I feel like a mermaid or something.
The fact that we walked down the beach, got in the ocean, we have accomplished more in these last 15 minutes than I have accomplished in the last 15 years of my life.
Okay. Now, when I came across it, I don't know which show that is or exactly if it's like the Ton Sisters or whatever. But what made me like say, oh, this is an interesting part, because when she said that by her being at the beach, making her feel like that she belongs here. When I wanted to talk. That was a little bit about the self-esteem and all of that. Just because they make it in our size don't mean we should show everything all the time, ladies. Big girls, I know big girl power represent and everything, but I don't know. And then you can't expect people not to look. I don't know if we sometimes being big and bold and brassy, do we expect to make spectacles out of ourselves all the time? Because she was saying that the people was looking at her and she was like, I don't care if they got it. But of course they're going to look. So you can expect that. We got to prepare ourselves for the heat ladies, all my big girls. If you gonna wear certain stuff, then be prepared or have the guts enough to be able to accept that fire that comes from that heat you giving off. You know, that's the only thing that I was saying, and by her saying that she felt like she belongs, it's like what you feel like you don't belong nowhere else because of the weight. Don't let your size stop you from doing anything, but the way we do things, like that girl, like the other one, the smaller one was the one that didn't want to show her body, but the bigger one had a bikini on, and that's the one that needed one of them coveralls. I mean, to cover all of that. I mean, God forbid, I'm not saying nothing about nobody, but I'm trying to. That's a double-handed compliment. I'm trying to address it without discussing. I mean, I'm trying to address it without trying to be judgmental of it or cognizant. That's all I'm saying. Because on one hand,
what's up, child?
She's like, "Oh, I'll wear what I want to wear, and you don't like it, forget it." And then on the other hand, she was like, "Oh, I finally feel like I can't believe I'm here, and I wish I looked like this. I wish I looked like that."
Shout, you probably missed the video.
Child like that kind of stuff. He like, you know,
Not that. They don't like that.
That's
They
too
don't like
much.
that.
That was the first time I actually seen somebody that looked like a real live Jabba the Hutt. That's the only thing I was thinking. I was like, and I felt bad for thinking that, but the comedian side of me was like, "Bitch, you know you want to look at that." So I just thought it was interesting. On one side, they all, yeah, we're gonna show it off, and then on the next side, they're like, "Oh, I wish I looked like that." Oh, people looking at me. You don't get mad if people want to stop and stare at you. That's like the people that be walking around naked and get mad when people stare at them or ogle at them or something. You know, you showing all of this, but if you show
Call the fat police.
you gonna take the heat.
Crucial.
What do you say? The fat police?
He said call the fat police.
That was a good one, Slicky. You got a fashion police, so you're right. We do need a fat police to tell people that, you know, when it's too much, it's too much. And then she gets upset, and then the lady got upset, and she was like, "Don't none of y'all have to go home with me?" Then I'm like, "Baby, why are you getting upset? You come out there in the two-piece, and you upset that people are looking at you or staring at you." And you know, and then the other one was like, "Oh, I feel like I don't belong here," and that part is sad. But I'm glad they were able to get out and move and go to the beach and stuff like that. That part is a great thing, and that they're able to see the water. One of the girls was like, it was three of them, and one of them was like, she never seen the water. She can't believe she's seeing the water. She's there at the beach. You know, and I guess they were saying that it was hard to walk because it's Tall Tale Thursdays. This you know, this is just one of the
Josh
stories.
said, just say how you feel. Them bitches too big to be out there doing that.
Doing what? Sitting at the beach or showing it all?
Both.
They ain't too big to be sitting out at the beach. I mean, that one is too big to have that two-piece on. You know, that was, I mean, and she's the one that said, "I don't care if somebody looking at me."
Like you said, it's just nasty. He don't give a fuck.
It's just.
He said it's nasty.
She could have dressed it up where she could have looked a lot better. Like the other one have a coverall and stuff. It's just that part that looked like Jabba the Hutt. You know, because I didn't see any bikini at first. I was like, "Damn, she's naked," but that's because it was covered up in the folds. You know.
Yeah.
It's just like Rasputia looked good in her stuff. Rasputia, or Norbert. You know, they was got, oh, look, she looks sexy, but I guess that's when too much of a good thing is too much of a good thing. And all I'm saying that just because, you know, I don't even think the two-piece was in her size because we didn't see the two-piece.
Sad but funky ass. Slicky, it's terrible, bro. Big funky ass.
That's,
That's terrible.
you
That's
know,
terrible, Slicky.
I don't know what they smell like seawater by now, but she said that they walked, and I guess that is a challenge because it's challenging when you walking on regular level pavement. Sometimes when you that big, and then to walk on the sand, and that it's hard to walk and run on the sand harder. You know, I would say, and they was out there in the water and all of that. Mm. So, but Josh, that's not how I feel. It's not that I feel that they too big, but y'all, but that y'all. That's the first time I saw a real live Y'all But a Hut. That's all I'm saying. And the other ladies, kudos, and you can do whatever you want to do. You know, just suspect the heat. If you get out there, you throw it in, expect the heat. I did find the graduation a video from a fight on the graduation. It was on the at the news clip, but I don't know if that was the exact same one that scrolled across on IG because they had on black cap and gown. It looked like black, could have been dark blue. But I did see that. If is it in our group? How do I sent it to our group, Trey?
The private chat in here.
What you say?
No,
Because if it's the regular group, it's the same way you always do. It's the same process.
Okay, but somebody gotta, because I don't have the Facebook up. Because if I have Facebook up, it messes up the other stuff. So I left Facebook down. But is that it?
Well, Molly just came in, so if there's a link
one
to
you
anywhere,
talking
he'll be able to grab it for you.
Okay. So
What you talking about, Riri?
I found
Y'all
the
say
site.
what's up to Molly.
Molly
If y'all
Mo.
haven't, Molly is in the building.
Look,
Say
I
what's
Yeah, I
up
had
to
to
my
take
Molly.
an
my
early
steam this
call.
morning.
That's all right. It's all good.
I was
Oh, I'm
supposed to
definitely
take
making
the
a payment
camera.
today on some pre-order. So I secured the bag before I'm able to take my. I'll probably take my ass up there one of these days, but I want to secure the bag early. All right.
So can you pull this up? Oh, I just seen you put it in the group.
Is that the
Nah, that was my video that's in the private joint, maybe the regular group.
okay?
So
Well,
I
while
don't
you
want you to
doing
mix
that,
them
can
up.
we watch yours?
Nah, Reese pulled it in the group chat. She said, "Can you pull
Oh
this?"
yeah, okay. All right, yeah, it's in the group chat there.
Yeah, nah. Yours in the private. Yeah, keep it right there so I can know.
I got you, no problem.
Yeah, it's a fight that broke out in a high school graduation. They lit at the graduation. I wonder what happened.
Damn, he ain't fucking up my graduation yet. I'm glad mine was. Well, I ain't no had no problems like that. Let me see. It's ghetto.
Please stay seated. Please stay seated.
Well, just hours ago, we learned that a school security officer was injured as he tried to stop that fight. WREG's Jessica Knox spoke with his wife and an angry parent.
Parents out.
He wait till he graduated too.
What
Y'all got
happened at Hamilton High School graduation last night?
They said love.
What's up, child?
Absolutely.
They didn't show that last night.
Okay, then. They did.
Quita White says what she witnessed Thursday night at the Renaissance Convention Center during her son's graduation is ridiculous.
How do you fight at a graduation?
In this video, a student is escorted out by the school's security officer. That's when things escalate and the student throws his diploma at another child's neck.
It's a time for celebration. So why is everybody fighting? Why are you angry? What's the problem? Tell me.
According to Memphis police, this started when a student started flashing gang signs.
Oh,
Memphis police
shit.
say the security officer tried escorting him out, but that's when the student threw his diploma. The security officer grabbed him and detained him, but the student was able to jump over 3 rows of seats and started fighting the student he hit with a diploma. They say that's when 2 other students jumped in and one had to be pepper sprayed. The wife of an employee who was at the event says her husband is injured from the fight.
He has a big bruise on his left eye. They broke his glasses. His ankle is well, the front of his foot, it looks like it's fractured.
You trying to get it
According to
clean.
this woman who does not want to be identified, this all stemmed from a prior incident between the two students. She thinks those two students should not have been at the graduation in the first place.
Now, they were not in school, but he gave here's a packet that you guys can come and walk. Knowing that knowing that this was the end of the school year, knowing that these kids were vowing to get each other.
White says as a parent, this was hard to see.
Memphis have a huge problem.
Ooh,
Period.
I think you heard my fucking vocabulary right.
It's a real problem.
Reporting for your news leader in South Memphis, I'm Jessica Knotts, WREG News, Channel 3.
Bringing chaos now to the graduations. And the graduation did continue that night, but all suspects and victims were either issued juvenile summons or a misdemeanor citation and released to their parents. We reached out to the Memphis School District for a statement, and we're still waiting for a response from them. All right, more news to...
Man, this is good.
They saying what's up to you, Molly.
So that lets me know that there's a whole, because that wasn't even the one that I saw on IG. The one I saw, the people look like they was outside. So the graduation face, is that the new thing now too?
No, because we was fighting after my graduation, pepper sprayed and everything. It's crazy because it sounds like after my grad, we wore the same colors. I had it on the blue gown with the gold. Shit was crazy. My niece couldn't breathe.
Oh,
and it's crazy. It's all them people that was out there fighting dead.
It looked like he threw up the C joint too, so I don't know what the fuck that's about, but
yeah, but it was nice by the school trying to still allow them to
walk.
Don't miss that moment, to be able to walk across the stage, and they feel like if your parents and shit here in your family, you won't act out. That's why you got suspended, That's why you probably couldn't almost graduate, because when we went to school, when you fucked up, you couldn't graduate. I had about 8 friends that just couldn't walk. They couldn't be part of graduation. They graduated, but they couldn't be part of it, because fuck a fight. They probably the fuck around and shot up the damn joint. So they ain't taking no chances. These kids was really beefing. So it's like none of y'all gonna be part of the graduation. So if it was to the point they was throwing hands, then I don't think they probably looked too much of it. But some kids don't let things go. So he was like, I'm gonna catch him at the graduation. And I'm gonna go back. So you're talking about
because he lucky because back in my time, they didn't let you walk either. Do you know how many people they said we send your stuff in the mail? You're not coming to the ceremony.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you was suspended, if you was already suspended, because that's what she was saying. Why was they even there? They were suspended. If you get suspended, you still get your shit in the paper. But that's them rewarding bad behavior. And look what happened. If there's no consequences or repercussions, we can fight at the graduation. Ain't nothing gonna happen. That's why I'm at the graduation, just to fight. It reminds me of being kids at the end of the school year, how everybody and their family would come up on the last day of school to fight whoever they wanted to fight that they didn't fight during school. That used to be a big thing when I was coming up. Whole bunch until the police starts saying, if you don't go to this school, you can't come on this property. People be like, yeah, I'm coming up to your school.
Yeah, that's white child.
But woo!
They ain't from the streets, and that's what showed up to the graduation.
Yep.
That's real.
Yeah, I just wish people can hang that up. I understand why people get engaged and stuff like that. Neither here nor there. I'm not condoning it at all, but I understand, I watched how people can get wrapped up, or they looking for love, like their parents. I don't know if their parents was even there for real, because I ain't hear no statement from no parents or whatever. The lady in the car was just a lady who went to the graduation. So I ain't hear the parents give a statement or nothing like that. I mean, nor do they have to, but I just wish that it didn't bleed over.
It's probably like, why is this shit on the news?
Yeah.
Like, why is this kids fighting?
I don't understand why it's a news story. Other than them being, like black kids or whatever. But neither here nor there, I guess. I mean, I don't typically see that. but
Y'all
you know,
think
I
the
know it's
school gonna get
happened,
in
but
trouble, or that particular school for even letting them?
They
'Cause
done
this is
graduate, ain't nothing you can
yeah,
do.
ain't
They
nothing you can do.
grown.
Them kids out of there. That's why
They
he
the
waited till that time to get his diploma. I wish he
kids.
socked them and then held the diploma so that I ain't possibly get my shit lost. But
He hit him with that soft ass. The
he
first
waited
ain't
to the
hurt.
time,
Hit
you
him with his
know, to you officially graduated, officially ain't no can't nobody say nothing, and then I'm gonna bop you in your head and get you back. I just wish that type of shit didn't bleed into the, you know, into
into the good
school and
part.
into
That's
yeah.
a
So
few negatives bled over into all the positive stuff. You know, I guess that's why, and I was like, these
I don't
idiots.
know. I be seeing
I'll
so
say
many.
I'm. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Seeing so many teachers fighting kids, and they don't be in the wrong. Like I see these kids get smart on it. It be all on Instagram and TikTok. These teachers be fucking these youngins up now. But I never see it on the news. Why the news don't talk about how the teachers and the students fighting too much? It's
Yeah.
like, but graduation, it's like, come on, man, this ain't really news. But your kids should look out for graduation. Like shit over. Like
Yeah.
it's like no, they just ain't got nothing else to talk about. They refuse to talk about, so they just find shit to talk about. Like we gonna talk about these kids fighting. Nobody was seriously hurt. He just swung that damn the pump,
Somebody said they said his leg was
broke
broken
it up.
off. Somebody got
That's
injured.
probably what
The lady
happened. The
sound like
chaos
that was the wife of the security guard, which sounded like her ass just trying to get a claim out the deal. She right on the news on the phone with whoever is reporting it. Tell me something. I think it's the front of his ankle. Bitch, you can't even explain what the fuck is wrong with your husband or how he got. They broke his glasses. All right, unfortunate. Get some new ones. Like he got a bruise. All right, cool. He'll heal. Is he blind? Is he about to lose his eyesight? Or
trying to
he
get
did his
money.
job and you got hit and doing
Yeah,
security. So it
that's
just
probably
wasn't. It to me, it wasn't that deep. I'm just was looking like,
Well,
oh, okay.
I never
yeah.
seen or well, in our area we didn't fight at graduation. I never seen about it or heard nothing about it like that. And then we need as parents somebody who do you take accountability
I could
for?
spray
The
graduation
school
with
for
this
letting
ass.
them. That's why I said it was the IG, and that's not even the one that I saw. The one I saw, there was the girls running around barefooted, and they was outside. So that happened at another graduation. The one that on IG. This was the one when I typed in "fight at graduation." This one came up, and that happened at Memphis
But
last
that's
week.
gonna bring up every fight that
In the
anyone
Well,
world.
it
posted.
wasn't up,
That
but
was
it didn't. But I guess because I'm on YouTube, I guess they
nah
kind of.
online in general. It's gonna bring up whatever you search. It's gonna bring up whoever in the world or in America especially posted anything about a fight in graduation. So it's not going to tie to a time. That's not the only fight. That's not the only thing that's similar. This is the era of capturing fights. So I know that it'll bring up hundreds of results if you know
I must
if you
didn't
did
put it up
that.
right because it didn't bring the one up that I
One of the
saw.
most
I think it was
popular
just one that
ones.
was in our area.
Yeah,
And
you
then
had to type in DC.
you got to type the area.
I think it was
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
got the whole United States then got fights. They could be in Chicago, it could be anywhere.
Florida, Maine,
Yeah, like
Michigan,
this was in
Tennessee.
Memphis. I'm like, geez, Louise. Now this was high school. Are they doing this in college? Are they doing this in college too? You think?
I don't know. I don't know. I doubt it because
Not at graduation though.
yeah, I doubt it though. I mean, I don't know. I doubt it.
They be fighting.
Mm.
You get to
So
graduating college, you a grown man now. Like you ain't about to be out
Yeah,
there.
fuck all that shit. Yo, just get
You
locked
should
up, boy.
some of them might have been over 18. Who knows, 18 or older?
Seen a woman teacher with no drawers fighting a girl.
You talking about, yeah, she was like, go get a teacher. They like, bitch, you is the teacher.
Yeah, what you talking
Go
about?
get a teacher.
Was
Go
that a
get a
Karen? Could explain a lot.
Yeah, that was a Karen.
Yeah.
Did you say the teacher said go get a teacher?
Yeah, that little girl swung on her. She beat the brakes or then had her down on the ground by her head and was telling them like, hey, go get a teacher. Like somebody go get a teacher. Like you are the teacher, but yeah, go get another teacher because this one is over. I done clocked out. Once she done swung, she clocked out. Like, I got
For real,
say
though.
what hard truths about life or 12 truths no one tell you. I was reading the top.
These are some
I tell
harsh
you.
truths that no one warned you about until it's too late. There may be no tomorrow. You don't get to choose when it's over. The person who loves you the most will be the one who breaks you. You won't always get what you want.
I
even
can't
if you
hear it.
deserve it. Most people don't want depth. They want distraction. They'll choose pretty over smart every time and then regret it later. People don't value good thoughts as much as they value good looks. Nobody is truly real in this world.
Can you hear it,
except for your
Trey?
parents. And happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, you
to
probably
everyone
got to
taking
cut your
part in
volume up because she whispering. She probably at work on breakers. I don't know.
I know that
But
she's in a car, so I don't know why. I mean, she might be soft spoken like that overall, but when I was playing on my phone, it was loud.
nah, it's loud that I can hear. I just paused so in case Reese got cut her volume up, she can hear.
Okay.
Am I the
Yeah.
only one that can't hear it? The volume's up.
It's all the way up.
What's up, AQ?
Because her volume low. That's why I was saying yours had to be up a little loud.
Can y'all in the audience hear it?
Tear it up Thursday. She clocked out to say she on salary.
I can play. You cut it up, Ree.
I got the volume is up all the way.
All right, then I'm about to play it again. Then everybody saying they can hear it. You probably can hear it better now.
Truths that no one warned you about until it's too late. There may be no tomorrow. You don't get to choose when it's over. The person who loves you the most will be the one who breaks you. You won't always get what you want, even if you deserve it. Most people don't want depth. They want distraction. They'll choose pretty over smart every time and then regret it later. People don't value good thoughts as much as they value good looks. Nobody is truly real in this world except for your parents. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Speaking of parents, happy Mother's Day. People don't respect you. They respect the image you project. People respect money, not the person. Money doesn't change people. It just reveals who they truly are. Just like alcohol. I feel like alcohol and money are both truth serums. So whoever you were before you were drunk, it just comes out more. If you're a happy drunk, if you're an angry drunk, it comes out more. And I feel the same thing about money. It just reveals who you are, like a truth serum. Not everyone who claps for you is happy for you. Some people will only treat you right when they think that they're losing you. You can do everything right and still not be enough for the wrong person. You're not hard to love, they're just emotionally unavailable. You will outgrow people that you once prayed for. Let them go. Even if one of these hits you, put that hit in the comments. Save this and send it to someone who needs to hear it. You're not alone. But anywho, love you.
On my phone personally, I can hear it because my environment is quiet. It's not a lot of noise or anything, so I was able to hear it. I guess the audio.
Cut it up. So if your audio down or low on your side, then you ain't made it hear because she just whisper. Her video is low, so you just
I
have to
think
cut
she
it up.
talks in that type of tone probably anyway. I only watched
Yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 of her videos, but she seems like she talks in that tone. I mean, I was able to, in all of that she said, I was able to hear some things. I know something you heard, but if not, then I could just put up a second video because she looks confused.
All I heard is titties.
I didn't. It sounded like.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine. I'll put up the other link that I have. No problem.
She was saying some good things though. 12 truths.
Yeah, I thought it was
like people don't really, judge people off, knowledge or conversation. It's just based off looks. A lot of people base a lot of things off looks and money. A lot of people they treat you bad until it's time to lose you. That's the only time they start to treat you good because they know they about to lose you. And you see that happens a lot in probably previous relationships for people. People might cheat on you or do this, but I won't do it no more. I won't do this now. Yeah, now it's like, but should have did that before. So yeah, I heard a lot of things she was saying. She laid a lot of key points out.
Yeah, I heard it, and the guys in the comments just on their titties. So I guess we'll just move on to the other link that I put in the private chat. One that's loud enough for everybody to hear. I thought everybody's speakers turn up, even if it wasn't something that I didn't think it was that low because I can hear it on my phone. But
Actually, play a whole surround sound in that joint. You can't hear. Just looking in these new speakers, huh?
That's all right. But I do have another video to go right behind it. Then it's in the private chat.
Play that one then.
I come prepared. It's more than more than one. It's fine. She's speaking
More.
fast, very eloquently. Yeah, I know somebody can hear it. Like, let's not play. Somebody heard it.
Yeah, probably got their volume low.
Was that you had to go to work in order to make money to survive because you literally don't.
The miracles fucking happen. If you believe that you deserve it, the universe will serve it.
I'm going to explain how I got to that point, but this information is only going to resonate with people who have gotten to the point in their journey where they radically surrender to flow. So what that means is that you are no longer arguing with your intuition.
This is a good one for you,
accept
Rodney.
what it's telling you your next step is, even if it sounds crazy.
That part
So there's
with the
this thing
jobs.
called tribal consciousness, which is basically the understanding that it is everybody's birthright to manifest their basic necessities: food, water, shelter, clothing. If you didn't grow up in a wealthy household, then you likely were not taught that these things were your birthright because you had to watch your parents struggle to provide your basic necessities. Therefore, you were disconnected to tribal consciousness. So for those of us who didn't grow up in wealthy households, you have to retrain your brain to think, I am worthy because I am worthy. Because what you believe is that you have to earn your basic necessities by working as a robot for the system. You also believe that it's always going to be hard to make money because you watched your parents struggle and live paycheck to paycheck. So in your head, receiving abundance is hard. Therefore, you're always emitting that energy out. So you're always receiving that energy back. So you have one of two options to retrain your brain. You either take a calculated risk where you save up enough money to, take the risk on yourself because you can just do it. Or you do what I did and you just bet on yourself. It's always beautiful when you take a risk on yourself and you just trust when no one else does. I had been receiving signs for about a year from my spirit guides to break up with my fiance, quit my job, move away from my home state, and gut out all of my friends. Once I broke up with my fiance and then gutted out my entire friend group and started healing through some of the mental stuff, then it was time for me to do the big thing, which was quitting my job and still trusting that I was going to be okay. This $10,000 appeared out of thin fucking. After I quit my job, I had absolutely no backup plan and no idea what I was going to do. And somehow the universe started making surprises pop up for me the more I kept trusting, even when I had no reason to trust. That is what proves to the universe that you trust it enough. The universe is literally a mirror reflection of whatever energies you are emitting. So until you truthfully trust that you can survive without working in the matrix, you won't actually be able to manifest this money. So go ahead and go over to part 2 so I can tell you the story of how this money appeared out of thin fucking air.
Videos start playing ASAP. TikTok don't be playing. That's how they draw you in. They already had another good one popped up right after. A lot of people don't believe them. Though, but I like the video. I wish she'd have just told us what she ended up doing.
Well, yeah, that I know, but that's how people get people to go to, stay on their page and all that type of shit. So
yeah,
but sharing one of them, I thought that was something that might open up, some conversation, open up some thoughts for people. I thought that tied to. I didn't think about Rodney when I found the video, but hearing what she said, like the second time around watching it here, that I think a testament to that would be Rodney and his just saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just go off to the strength and just try to do it and see, what comes of it. So
yeah,
what she said about 10,000.
She said she manifested, and that's why I be watching a lot of people's videos, and I tend to watch more of them to make sure they ain't making fun of people who does that, because I wasn't sure was she serious, because she was like, then the universe told me to break up with my fiance, get rid of all my friends, and that's that low energy. Like, no, fuck, the universe do not say that. Like what spiritual guide tell you that? So it's like people be saying that about a lot of spiritual people that believe in manifesting, like you will distance yourself from people, cut people off, and they ain't got nothing to do with that. That's still the individual, but she made it like that's what the universe told her. She went through with it, and then she manifested. And look, I got $10,000. Like that, like nah, that ain't how it worked. Like, how did you manifest that? Did you get a job? Did you create a job? Did you create a business and just believe in yourself? When you say believe in yourself, it's like when I stopped, I was like, I'm gonna do this sports management shit. I'm not working at Tender Ribs no more. I just went on a limb. I'm tired of doing this 9 to 5 shit. And I just believe it's gonna work. And out of the blue, top agents was calling me. I ended up signing clients that I never thought I'd be able to sign. It's going #2 on the draft top. So it was just like, yeah, you can manifest a lot of these things, but you still have to do the work. You can't just sit back and I don't want people to think it's no different than saying you pray it, but just pray on it. No, you still got to pray and work. You got to still manifest and do the work. So it's like, yeah, everything she was saying is true. I just don't know about the cutting off family.
Yeah, I don't. The whole detail, well, the detail part of the cutting off the okay, so this video is more of like a conversation opener because I don't, when I look at people's messages, you don't know their timeline. You don't know. I ain't get all into no $10,000 and how much money. I don't know nothing about that. Like maybe in another video she probably will explain it. I ain't getting all that. But I did like the overall message of what she was saying. And like I said, I tied that when I heard it on here. I tied it more so to Rodney when he was talking about letting that job go and just saying, you know, he didn't think he was gonna get into such and such, but it landed and stuff is better and shit is, you know. So the more so the manifesting and the trusting yourself is what I got out of this video.
Yeah, I like that.
Putting faith into yourself instead of like, you know, waiting on your job or, you know, that you can speak things into the forefront.
Yeah,
You know?
you are a job. They're not gonna tell you that, but you're a walking LLC already. You all that's got a social security. If you just go in LLC your name, you can do a lot of different things and write off more things. But man, you can manifest anything, and a lot of people don't know it. Like if you feeling like angry or not, you will manifest anger towards your way. Somebody start pissing you off in traffic, and you'll be like, "Why is it?" Yeah, because you manifesting those things. A lot of people don't think that we electrical beings and that you can draw certain energy in. That's why certain rooms you go in, you feel like, man, I ain't feeling the energy in here. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I just want to feel in the mood. Nah, that's your body letting you know it ain't good energy around here. At least not ones that fit your frequency. But if y'all all on low vibration, y'all all gonna feel like best of friends. You know, that's why like the first video the girl said, when you drunk, if you're a happy person, you'll be a happy drunk. If you're an angry person, you'll be angry drunk.
Yeah. I wish that people took a little bit more from stuff like this. I mean, you can believe in it is one thing because I'm not all in her story. I don't know her. I don't talk to her. You know, that's not somebody I share messages with. So I don't know her storyline. It was more so, this is one of the moments where it's like, just step back a little bit and look at the whole thing. Like, there's always a message I feel like you could take from something. There's a lot of bullshit that I hear that I can still take a message from. But neither here nor there. It's just me trying to show something that might provoke some like constructive conversation, something like that. I know that doesn't, you know, but that's all the motivation was behind the video. So she can be whatever, you know, but I took the message out of it. I didn't take her personality or her life out of it. So, or her money.
Yeah.
So neither here nor there, but yep.
Damn, slinging that 10 bands. I want to see you kill that motherfucker.
What she actually did, like if it's actually true, you know. But the manifestation part is legit. That's what I was speaking on more so. What's up, JoJo? I don't know if he in here or there you go.
Yo,
what's up, baby?
Ain't nothing. What's cracking?
Oh, it sounds like a whole bunch of shit. All they gotta do is think it up. Shit.
Well, if you understand, you understand. You know, I feel you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. It's the focus.
What's up,
it's
love? Gypsy Raw. I love you. I'm so glad you're on this joint. I didn't know you added me on Facebook and shit. That's one of my friends from actually from school, from high school. So I know she added me on Facebook and all that too. So yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. She could probably get on that type of stuff too. So don't be afraid to comment. But go ahead, JoJo. My bad.
It's all gravy. consistency, you know what I mean, of the thought pattern where you want to go, and every time you get outside of it, to be able to pull yourself back and see that you know, you're in a bad thought. It could just be your thought pattern, you know, because we get thousands of thoughts. So to be able to keep them on track, and like y'all was saying, the energy and being in the right place and feeling the room and all that shit, it all works. And if you're scattered, if you got your life scattered, it's hard. It's slower to manifest certain things when you got a whole bunch of stuff going on, you know, because you're thinning yourself out. You know, you're working on
Elementary school. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, you on
I be smoking weed.
you on comedy, you on your own business, I ain't saying it can't be done. I'm just saying sometimes, you know, things are a little slower because you're thinning yourself out a little bit. You know what I mean? And where you're putting your energy at is what's coming back, you know, feeding back the most. So whatever you're usually doing the most of is, you know, dominant and quicker to manifest. And it might not be quick in our eyes, but you know what I mean? Like y'all was saying, you always see the man that boom. Oh, he made it. He's coming. You don't see the story. You ain't see the nigga doing mics for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And now you on talk show. You know what I mean? Like, I remember seeing that. I remember seeing this one comedian. She was on Ellen or something, and she had a little special little lift with her talking. She was like that, and you know, and she had finally made it. She was on Ellen's show. She had a nice following. She was doing her shit, but you don't see the work. That bitch was like, yeah, well, it took me 15 years to get here, whore. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see the manifestation. We don't see what come behind it. You know what I mean? We think it just happened like that. It don't happen like that.
Yeah, but people believe in AI. They be like, damn, I was thinking of something. Look, this shit pulled it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's no different. Why you think
I'm
the
glad
universe?
you got on here to be able to speak on it,
You know?
along with Molly.
Yeah, because if you believe in AI, we see it all the time. People like, look, man, I was thinking of something, my phone pulled it up. Hey, look, I was talking about something, my phone pulled it up. Yes, it's the same thing with the universe. If you think about it, it would draw it to you. You know, so a lot of people don't believe in that, but it's like, but we believe that this damn phone can read our mind up. It just be mind-boggling to me. Like, oh, okay. Like,
and a real basic one, if you go to this spot and sit there for 8 hours and do what they say, you get a check, you manifest a check. I mean, it's that's an easy one. That's an easy one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just a tool in somebody else's manifestation when you're doing that. That's all. It's still the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
He manifested. He had workers one day. One day I had 10 franchises, and now I got to be able to employ people.
Yep.
Makes sense. Ford said it back in the day. He said he wasn't teaching people how to build and make cars. They was like, why? It's like, we teach everybody how to do it. That's what we had. I like, it makes sense. That's why they don't teach us too much about business. They teach us how to be workers. So they teach us all how to do business. What business would they have? You know, like there'd be too much competition out here. I got your lawn video next.
I hate when content like that make people quiet. I don't like that.
You talking about me?
No, I mean, you're always highlighting yourself, but no, I'm talking about in general because you're not the only one.
You said make people quiet. I'm the only one that's quiet because I'm thinking. I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I'm thinking, and I'm.
Reese, get off yourself. Get off yourself. I'm talking about the comments and everyone around here. Like,
I can't see if the comments is moving or not. I can't see that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's your problem.
I got your Lonnie video up next, and we're gonna move on. That was a little probably too deep.
Yeah.
Put up my man Lonnie. Well, I can't hear his video though. It say the volume.
I'm not about you worrying or discussing people.
They probably muted his video.
No, bro, just think about it.
Try to refresh.
There'll be people that you. something right now. Me
Yeah,
at
he
my
muted
grown
his
ass
video.
age, I'm not
Riri.
about to be sitting out here worrying or discussing
I
people
tried
that
to.
fucking.
Oh yeah, he has good videos too. I'll be watching his shit.
Yeah, Lonnie. Man, they be hating, boy.
They do though.
His sound was
Content.
his sound was removed. He probably was using a song or something
In the
that
background.
yeah.
You can play the music.
Shit, I don't know why then.
Or just what you talking about in general, just the dialogue could be
I
too
ain't
much.
like something you said. I'm gonna go to your next one.
You know the rules, Nick. Shit, you can't be just letting. You can't become too motherfucking. You can't become too clear, loud and clear out
Yeah,
this month.
too sharp because they don't like that.
Your ass be found somewhere. Your ass be found somewhere in the street with some crack sprinkled on you.
Pushing up daisies. Who video? Jack Too Funny. Who video is this?
What's this?
The Jack Too Funny joint. Who is this?
Yeah. You got a hat on or something. Let me see what it said.
No, I don't.
What's up, mama? Hey, what's up out there, baby? You know, I didn't say, I didn't get all up in your ear, you know what I mean, and whisper sweet nothings and up in there this morning yet. So, how you feeling?
Well,
How
Grand
you think?
Rising, I was just listening when you came in.
I'm right here.
No.
Gypsy,
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
know,
call
we
you
got
Gypsy.
caught
I ain't gonna say your name out loud,
We
but I'm right
got
here.
caught in the quick
Thank you.
mix, though, you know. I see your smile over there. I was just, letting you know it's vibrant, and
Oh,
I
it's all
see you,
good.
shorty.
It's all right, Josh.
Keep your life together, though. Should get some counseling.
You was able to hear it. Let me try it again. I don't know why. Y'all was able to hear that Lonnie video?
I heard it.
Oh shit, I couldn't hear it. Why you didn't say nothing? That probably just my end then with StreamYard. That's why I was asking, can you that's
Yeah,
why
it was choppy, but I was hearing it.
no, I'm gonna pull it back up then.
Yeah, I want to hear it though. See what it's talking about.
So they removed the sign. Oh nah. Yeah, that was StreamYard. They gonna have to fix that shit. I couldn't hear. It's like when the music plays sometimes.
I feel you.
I probably can't hear it, but if y'all can let me know.
Right now, me at my grown ass age, I'm not about to be out here worrying or discussing people that don't fucking like me. No, for real, just think about it, bitch. Who gives a fuck? Then it be it's Matt, bitch. I don't even know you like that. Get the fuck on. Then it be that you actually do shit for. I'm bringing pork and beans and hot dogs over this bitch house to help her feed her kids, and she mad at me whispering and shit when I walk to the other side of the room. Oh, this bitch think he better than us because he bringing pork and beans and hot dogs. No, bitch, I'm giving a helping hand because I heard your motherfucking kid's stomach growl like a dungeon dragon. That's okay. I won't do it again. Bite your motherfucking fingernails, bitch. Oh, because you know what? I don't got time for that trying to be a good person and this bitch mad at you. Bitch, you got issues. You need a doctor. And people quick to say, Lonnie, kill him with kindness. I do, bitch. I kill him with kindness. I'm a kind bitch because I'm never around you, and I'm killing you, bitch, because I ain't doing shit for you. Everybody just be out here mad for no motherfucking reason. Straight men mad at gay men when they outside doing overnights in the car, no shirt on and the ski mask on high as shit, and you fall asleep with your head on his shoulder. You out here mad at the gay person and all that motherfucker on TikTok. Bitches mad at other bitches because she got her food stamps before you got yours. Bitch, wait, it's coming. And share when it get there. Bitch, everybody just relax and percolate, bitch. Y'all have a good day.
Period. What's up, Mr. Nitra? Hey, Mr. Nitra, somebody that I ran into today. She used to see me at Wawa. She was on the phone with my mom and gave me like a word of blessings and talking about how I am as a person in general in the public. So it's cool that she chimed in. I seen her today when I was at the tobacco store, and she just, aren't you the person at Wawa and all that? So two people coming in this joint. That's what's up, Mr. Nitra. Thank you.
Did y'all change insurance information?
Hey, he telling y'all in the accident, huh?
No, we ain't changing insurance information, but I think it's nice when somebody has something to say about you. You know,
Appreciate
so
you.
I thought you said you ran into her. I thought you said you ran into her. So I was just wondering if y'all exchanged insurance information. That's all.
Thanks.
no, I mean I know people probably don't have they might not be used to people stopping them and saying something about their character or whatever, but I was appreciating the fact that she did that. So
Oh,
He
she
was
said
making a
hello.
joke.
whatever you
Oh,
He
meant
was
by
making a
that.
joke, Trey.
Yeah, I know it was a joke, but
Trey saw Trey on his emotions because he saw a motherfucking great person gave him some love today.
emotional is usually the
So he
word
don't
people
want to
use
say he
just
don't
to
want to
like
hear
try
the shit. He
to.
don't want to laugh at my joke. Whatever
I'm not
you say,
emotional.
whatever you
I'm the
talking
furthest from
about,
emotional.
whatever you
So
talk about, it's just good when a motherfucker pull you up and say hello and that you're a good character. And that nigga, I was just
sounds
joking.
like you
It's
want
all
need more
great.
people to tell you the same thing. I'm not sure what the problem
Hey,
is.
hey, 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 hey! I get plenty of love and plenty of slaps, so I'll
Okay,
take
so
them
celebrate
all.
your
You know
love
what
and
I'm saying?
slaps. What's wrong with me celebrating somebody that watched the show for the
I
first
was
time?
just joking about you said you ran into somebody, fool. It ain't that
Yeah,
heavy.
I
What the
heard you,
fuck are you
but
talking about? Ain't got nothing to
okay.
do with what
I know y'all
happened.
comedians, but
Oh man,
like
get yourself ass off the motherfucking show. God
uh
dang.
yeah, I'm more here than you are, so
I
I mean
know
whatever.
that. I'm just talking about right now, nigga. This your shit. I don't. Hey, look, this ain't my shit. I'm just a guest. I'm just saying, soft ass off the motherfucking shit right now, nigga. Right now, not like quit the show, nigga, and just taking everything to the next motherfucker. I'm here more
Anything
than
you was
you.
even saying is just so
You must look like Lee today.
Oompa, oompa, oompa dee doo. The morning Mac show is definitely for you. Monday through Friday, it's the place to be. And guess what, crowd? Sometimes you'll see me. It's your boy, Mr. John. Tune in to the Morning Mac Show. Have a blessed day. My name is Mr. John, and I'm out.
All right. We need peace in the hood. We need love. We need to
Y'all look like
open
Lee. Y'all must look like
side.
Lee to me today. That nigga must look. Put your face up at the camera again. Make sure that ain't Lee.
Look, we're gonna let's
I
move
mean it's
on.
fine. Me and Lee are both men, so that's okay. Yeah.
What the fuck that guy?
Yeah, silence is golden.
What? I hope y'all is motherfucker. What y'all is? Shit.
What what?
Can we move on?
Is it starts and you finish here? Let's not
Okay,
make the
Marty,
show
what
nothing
we
that it
got?
don't need to be.
We just shared a clip of Lonnie. What did y'all think about the clip that Lonnie just said?
I love it. I love Lonnie B. He always dropping good scenarios. I love Lonnie B. I'm trying to outreach out to him to get him to pop up one day. So I'm hopefully that would be great. And he DMV right here to DMV.
I wish I had some of the motherfuckers
They
LA.
get him different. They get him and Lonnie Davis mixed up. A lot of people do, but Lonnie Davis is different. Is another comedian that's out there. This is Lonnie B.
Now I don't know if Lonnie Davis ain't that sharp, nigga. He ain't sharp. He ain't dressing as sharp as Lonnie P. That it, boy. That's Lonnie. Sure, I don't know Lonnie. I don't know if Lonnie throw it on like he just had it on. He might can. You might catch him on a good day like that, but you know what I'm saying. Slim got it on. Slim had it on today with that red hat and that red top. That motherfucker there. That's
Who had a red hat on and a red
the
top?
guy was just singing. The guy that just did that.
John. That's Mr. John.
I know. Didn't you just say him and Lonnie?
Lonnie B and Lonnie Davis are two different
Oh,
names.
that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Okay. Got you.
Lonnie Davis is a comedian.
I know who Lonnie is.
Yeah, Lonnie Davis. That's what I was
I
saying.
know
People
Yeah.
get
Oh, I thought.
the name Lonnie's. They was like, oh yeah, Lonnie B. No, not Lonnie Davis. You know, sometimes they get them mixed up. So, I'm just saying. But Lonnie B, I love me some Lonnie B. He look, he reads you the filth, bring it to your back, and then he be unbothered, and I love that. I just love it. Okay. Let me. I don't even want. I can't see shit. Okay, I can see it here. He said, "What's in that dandelion tea?" L.A. Josh Preston said, "What else is in that dandelion tea, JoJo?"
I wish it did hit like something like that. I've been out had 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bucks of that shit up in this motherfucker.
And JB got jokes. He said, I thought Mr. John was shout about for a minute. Shout gonna get you, JB. And Slicky said, well, we all don't get along every day. That's what Slicky
Oh man, what are you talking about? Where the not
Don't
get
even
along
mention that
at?
shit, honestly.
Where that at? Where y'all fishing? What y'all fishing at? Niggas can't talk. Niggas. Oh, that's soft ass shit. Nigga, we all right. Everything all right. What's going on, nigga? God damn. And with Swicky Boo Boo, you know we all get along. Even when we ain't getting along, we getting along every day. That's right.
Sitting that check belt. I'm gonna move on to your next video.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm running late.
Before you go, let me get $38 right quick. So
No, I don't have it. All my money went on bills.
I can't be with no bitch that can't do for her nigga. What the fuck is you here for? Damn.
Boy, you always begging.
You know what? I'ma just have to probably swap your ass out. Cause you don't do for me. You don't do nothing for me. It's just $38. That's it.
And I said I ain't got it. Damn.
You a broke ass hoe. You know that? I'm tired of this shit, bro. You don't never do for me. Hey man, let me borrow $38. This weak ass bitch acting like she ain't got it. Oh, you lying. See, you switching up on me too. I ain't never owed you nothing. If anything, you owe me because you was never over fucking around. You never took care of me. Pops took care of me. You didn't. You was a damn liar. Niggas want to ball on the gram and knowing they owe niggas. Niggas rocking ice. Niggas ain't try to put me hip to nothing. Niggas ain't try to put me on. That's crazy. Niggas flexing all this damn money. 20, 40, 60, 80. What up, dog? What up, bro? What you doing over here? Shit, just in the area. Are you got that $25 you owe me, bro? I don't remember that $25. The 20 when I get to go to the movies, bro, just give me my shit, bro. You all on the gram, getting off with my shit. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, give me my motherfucking money, nigga, so I get the fuck up out of here. I ain't giving you shit. What?
Hello. And what is your name?
Now, y'all gonna think this funny, but I know some dudes like that will fight a girl for their coins. You know, I had a girlfriend, a good girlfriend, and her boyfriend at every month, because she was getting a check. She was getting a check, social welfare. She was on welfare, getting a check, and he was staying right there and living. So every month he would make sure he get half of the welfare check. And he said, because they're my kids too. But she was getting the check because he wasn't working, and you know, and he would fight her. She was like, "This money for bills," and I'm like, "Is that now? What now? Is that helping the guy when he's down, or is that somebody that to me that was toxic?" To me, that was toxic. I ain't never tell her leave her, nothing like that. But I was like, you gotta hide your money, or you gotta pay your bills, or just tell him no. But if she would say no, he would try to fight her. Some people can't take no for an answer. Some people, some you know, right. And the right there to me, that was a bum dude that'll do that. You know, fight a girl for her welfare check. And it's, you know, she getting a check with your kids. To me, that's not a good man. I can't know. But that wasn't my man. He wasn't a man, he was a mess. That wasn't my, you know, but and when I say bum guys, I mean guys that following that lead.
I don't know.
A job at a time. Because we all living on this earth from time to time without having a job. That don't make you a bum or nothing like that. But I guess like your intentions behind things or what you strive to do to be. If you don't strive to do nothing or be nothing, is you a bum?
But that's the thing that confuses me. You know, like I know that was just a skit, you know, so it was just funny, you know, at the same time. But
I know a real person. I know the.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even a girl, you know, person. If he's a bum, she's a bum.
Yep.
She getting Section 8, and then they arguing like, "Oh, this my money. That's the government money," and they work in the system. He don't supposed to be living there, you know. So if he living there, they playing the system. So they might came to agreement that, hey, look, we gonna play the system, and at the end of the month, we gonna split the bread. And now she don't want to split the bread no more. But if that's the agreement they made, and they work in the system, hey, y'all gonna work it together. But there's no way he can be a bum if they both not working. She not working either. If she was working, they won't give her Section 8. They don't give you both. So that's the part that get me when women call men bums that's living off Section 8 when you living off the government as well. You know, it's like
She
y'all
had the
both.
money trying to take care of the kids, Molly. She's trying to keep the
I
lights.
don't know about the kids and all that. I'm just saying, general, both on bums because they both not working. If that's what consider you a bum, if you're not working, just because you laid back and the white man and the government giving you money and paying your bills don't make you better than somebody who out here trying to get it. And from the video, it seemed like he let somebody borrow 25 money. It seemed like he just broke that day. And he needed $35 probably.
I ain't talking about the video. Don't get the video.
I know that. I'm just saying from their friend part, they both bums if you consider him a bum because she not working either. She living off the government. So there's no way he can be a bum just because he asking her to split the bread that they both finessing off the government because they both can get a job and they both can go half and half on whatever it is, but they both finessing the system. So it's like I can't sit back and hear women that's living off the government or men that's living and call another person a bum when y'all both not working. That just don't make sense to me, you know. So that's off your friend's situation. And off the video, I was saying that I don't know from the video, just like he was probably broke that day because he going on to his friends house saying, "Where the money that you owe me?" You know, meaning that it's times that he can lend people $25, meaning that ain't no bum lending you $25. But he want his money now because he broke. And now he looking on the gram, and that's a real thing. People don't like to see people on Instagram stunting when they owe them money. Definitely if they ain't got it at the time. They be like, nigga, this nigga on Instagram, he flaunting money, he owed me $100. They want that 100 because they need it right now. You know, so that's why it was funny about the video, but I wouldn't call anybody really a bum. Other people got other ways of making money. It ain't always a 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yep. My girlfriend, rest in peace now. She no longer, she not here, but it you know, she had a bad one, you know. She had a bad one. But she don't have to worry about that no more. But grandma tell her, Auntie, I got a video where Auntie tells it about the man and the woman responsibility. Good JoJo, what was you gonna say?
I was saying, I ain't saying nothing.
Oh,
What I say?
okay. I don't know.
No, I agree with Marlon. I agree with what he said about that. Yeah, I mean, like as far as like, you know, being out in pocket like that, you call somebody something and you ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? And even in a relationship, you know, like he was saying with the girl, with that situation, I mean, you know, you saying he took her welfare check, but they ended together, you know, so it wasn't all hers.
The money that they got, you know, you don't get nothing from but a little bit.
I'm just saying that there's two ways to look at that. I agree with that way.
She was saying, no, I got to pay the electric bill, but he fighting her to take half the check because he want to go get high. That's a bum.
Ronnie said it's a lot of women with jobs taking care of their kids. I agree with Molly. They both bums.
Yep. She might be a what you call like, because I was like,
you do know it's a comedy skit though, right? Because the person is a comedian. That is in a white shirt.
Yeah. You know, shit like that happen. I seen these niggas go off about not getting no money from their girl or their mother or their grandmother. I seen these niggas. When did we just talk about a motherfucker get shot his motherfucking mother up or grandmother up or somebody up because she ain't buying him something or he ordered something and they took it back or something? Shit, that's real. That they mimicking it. Trey, they mimicking this shit. So that's something they seen.
Like I got this. We weren't allowed to do not. I don't know, because this is a new era. We weren't allowed to do shit. If you breathe too heavy, close the door too hard. If you comply too well, you're disrespectful. So you didn't want to do nothing extra to get popped or beat or punched in the chest or nothing like that. So, I just said that some of the shit I can't relate to at all because I just wasn't allowed to do that. I don't do no first names.
Relate to it either. Like that shit would have never happened. You know what I mean? Like that shit, half this shit would have never happened. Yo, first of all, we wouldn't even these conversations that I hear with the kids and shit like that. That shit wasn't going on. These motherfuckers wasn't our friends, they was our parents. And I ain't saying that always works either. Maybe they could have been a little bit more friendlier. You know what I'm saying? But there's a fine balance there, you know? Shit.
Fine line.
All this friendship shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that's how they be. How they got so much friendship game. They talk to each other in any type of way. We couldn't even make a comment. You better not even make a comment on something grown folks was talking about. You probably get smacked 3-4 times when you got out the room. By 3-4 different people.
Malik made a comment. He said that's not a bum. He said that's an addict. You're right. You certainly right. Yes.
I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, there's a difference between addiction and being a straight up bum, but you know what I mean? But then there's a fine line there too, because some niggas you don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? You be like, yeah, I know all this and that, and just what I'm doing. So I like it. So that's a bum ass thought right there to be saying that's what you here for. You know, I've seen it 100 times. Nigga tell me, man, I'm supposed to be a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm supposed to be. Like that's what they believe. And you know, and your addiction, I get it. Cause who would have ever thought you would stop doing something that you did every day? You know, that's not you know what I mean? Like when I drink all the time, you don't think about not drinking. You know, you think that's your life right there. My regular routine. Go get that 6-pack whenever, or go get that bottle, or whatever, or that's your routine. You know what I mean? That's your social shit. You go in, you see your familiar people in the store, you talk to them for a second. It's more than just. It has a lot of shit connected to it. You know what I mean? To make it fine line between being a bum and being an addict. Because when you, let me try to explain it. Because when you know your addiction and you know what I mean, like you just saying fuck, and I ain't getting no help and I ain't doing nothing. I think that's some bum shit. But when you're caught in your addiction, in the heat of your addiction, and you ain't even thinking like that, you know what I mean, like to say that you're not slowing down enough, you don't get them type of thoughts yet, then I understand that that's not really being a bum. That's being caught in your addiction.
Yeah.
Did that make any sense? That last part make any sense?
It really.
Well, Auntie tells it all.
Who Auntie?
Oh,
it's Auntie.
Raise us. Be women. Raise our own children. See, y'all go pick them. All y'all want somebody you can put your hand on and whine and all cutting and all that and foolishness. A woman has to be a woman. A woman places in a home. A man places to provide. And if he don't provide, then you don't need it.
So Mama asks, what kind of women like us do? How do you feel about us just choosing all these?
I don't feel anything because I got my man. I've been had him for 54 years. And I always had to be a woman. I've been a woman. Look, I've been working since I was 7. I've been raising children since I was 5. I've been cooking since I was 4.5. And these women today, all they know is McDonald's, fast foods and stuff. They don't know nothing about cooking and
no man. Or wait till a man hard through his thumb and get you behind there and cook.
You know,
and feed him.
And what about the
and
boys?
make sure he get up off his butt and go to work.
Is that something that's missing in this community?
No, the women sorry. Now they may not like me for saying that, but these young women today, they don't even raise their children. Their children raising them. Look, a woman's place is to raise her children, and at the end of the day, tell their husbands which one they had to almost kill. That's how that goes. That's why the juvenile center is so full, and they're expanding the jails because mothers don't raise their children and putting the blame on the man. And the man ain't worth a quarter because he won't work.
Mama ain't this before. You know,
man bash sound like.
Well, you know, they listen to everything you say.
I'm telling the truth, and I can't stand it because I'm 72 years old and I still don't mind working. I ain't scared of work. They stay in the system and use up the elderly money. They've been in the system and left there and get all them children and expect us to help them take care of them. I'm sick of it.
Good. Time now.
She said that the woman is sorry. The women don't take care of their children. No more like they used to. She's saying on both of them. You know,
take care of the man either. Don't forget that.
She said the man too. She said the both. And that's she just telling.
No, I'm saying the woman ain't taking care of the man these days. They looking to be taken care of so much. A woman's not really wanting to take care of niggas these days. They looking to be taken care of. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about just providing, but I'm talking about all manners of the way. Everything they want, everything they need, everything they desire. You know what I mean? If you ain't doing it like that, you got it hard out here if you want, you know, certain types of the culture. It's the culture. I'm
saying the man's responsibility, Miss Kenitra.
No.
She's been on our age. She's been our age. We haven't been hers. Grandma spoke facts.
All day. I almost been her age, nigga. I'm close. I'm working on it.
Hey, that's a dream come true. Trying to get there, her age, her wisdom. I just think the times are different.
Yeah.
You know, the women today, they working. You know, a lot of women working. They can provide. A lot of women, I don't need a man. Some women don't cook, never learn how to cook. So it wasn't
Don't
past
want to
that.
learn how to cook neither.
Right. For her grandkids, hopefully she taught them and her kids how to cook and they can pass it on down. But most of us, you know, they started ordering out. Even today, these kids ain't gonna really know how to cook. You know, that's why I like that my boy and them got a cooking class that they teach the kids how to cook. A lot of these kids don't cook at home. And back then, the woman can stay home and raise the kids. Meaning that when the kids come home, she can help them with homework. She can help them whatever they might need. They fall, put a Band-Aid on it. But now the woman out the home working and the man. So who raising our kids? The community, the schools, these programs, rap, Instagram, YouTube.
That you had.
It's a different time than
woman's. She was right about that. The woman is commercial. She's not natural anymore. Yeah. You mean these internet bitches? I really think it's all in what you see because and you got to be looking for the opposite side of things too. So whatever for like whatever subject someone brings up, if somebody say, "Oh, I hate I don't know, I hate the color purple." Okay, well, I'm gonna be looking for some positives in that or something. I know that was a random example, but I don't think people ever look for the other side. As much as they consume one side of things, I don't think they ever look for evidence to show. That's why I like to put videos of black couples showing that they love each other, and a man or a husband praising his wife, or a man, you know, wife praising her husband. I want to see, you know.
Hey, let me say something off of what you just said because I do want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wish people would look the other side, like you say more. Okay, for example, this morning when I got up, there's a couple spiritual, you know, leaders or guys, you know, that I might tune into, right? But today, what I did was pick somebody that was talking, you know, like trying to pick the person apart for what they are and who they are. You know, I kind of and bringing scripture or energy or stuff like that to the subject. Not just you know what I'm saying, tearing them down, talking bad about them, using what they believe is their facts, and you know what I mean. So I listened to the others. What I'm saying is, long and the short is, I didn't listen to one of my favorite guys today. I listened to the opposition of one of my favorite guys today, to see what they see that's phony or fake, that they see through their eyes, you know what I mean, through some experiences that they might have had or somebody might have had that was connected to them, you know. So I want to hear that other side too. That way I can make my own truth.
Hey, you got a little
my own
rebuttal. I'm not cutting you off, but since you talking about him, you got a little rebuttal comment. It says some cases a man needs to be worth cooking for.
Yeah, read. Do we gotta be worth cooking for? What you mean by that, Miss Lee?
What that mean?
I didn't make the comment.
No, so okay, all right, so here's what if a nigga ain't got a job? Nigga ain't got a job, he doing bad and all this, but he a good dude, he want to do better and all this. You know what I mean? A lot of girls these days say that ain't worth cooking for because he ain't got a job, he ain't got nothing, he can't bring nothing to the table.
That's what I want to know. That's why it's Reese. In what case would a man be not worth cooking for? I don't know. You know, that's why I want to ask a woman.
Should you expand the women to come and y'all expand on that too?
Well, I can only give you my opinion and my experience. My opinion is, if we are on the same page, if we both want something out of life and we're willing to help the other one get there, I don't mind cooking for my man, but I was stupid and cooked for the wrong type of people as well. But because they lied and they presented themselves as somebody, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get her. Yeah, I work hard, I work this, I work that. And I'm like, oh, we somebody that we can lock together and build together to become one, like y'all say, as one. I'm half, he half. But when you come into the table, when you half and he ain't even a quarter, that's somebody you can't build with. That's somebody you can't cook for. You know, we looking for our other half to make us stronger so we can go together as one, right? But when he ain't even drinking that, when you got to go it alone. That's a mistake.
I'll get y'all comments.
If I may just say on that, because you're only the way you're looking, only the way.
Let me finish.
I know, but I'm just saying, because the way you said 50, you said you're looking for half. You got to come your whole. You looking for a whole motherfucker. That's all I was saying. Go ahead.
We want to know what she think. I want to know though.
This is my opinion. This is
her opinion. We can give our feedback.
And my experience. Everybody is different. Okay, everybody went through life their way. That's why it's called your life. Everybody got a different type of life, different type of pattern. We're around different types of people in different areas. So what I may see and experience, some of y'all may not never see and experience, but that don't mean that I didn't see and experience and go through things. Everybody got a different walk. And that's why we come together to share each other's stories, not to tear nobody's story down. I said that a man, half woman, half man, come together as a whole, supposed to be a whole. That's what I was told yesterday, right? So you got your half, he got his half, y'all come together as one, okay? I'm out here doing what I've seen my grandmother, my grandfather were there teaching me to do, but I was making bad decisions by trying to link myself up with somebody that wasn't even.
I got y'all comments.
There wasn't even a quarter, you know, and that wasn't gonna wash. If I'm out here, get out here work, because I will work and come home and cook and have your bath water ready and iron your clothes. I did it, but I did it for the wrong brother. I did it for the predator and not the respecter. You know, I did it for the wrong type of brother. That was me not knowing game, not knowing, oops, I got played. I was, you know, I was played like Lotto.
Don't do it for somebody that played you, because you was okay with doing it until you got played. That's what I'm trying to do.
Until I realized, oops, that nigga was using you.
What about them?
Okay.
What about them made you, since you're not really saying, like, you know, you're not really answering his question to the T, I would reverse it around and ask you, what about them made you want to cook by default? If they didn't show you nothing, because you gotta, be able to spot those things about somebody when you even, they in your house in the first place. You should be evaluating them the whole time. But what about them made you want to cook for them by default? Did you just think it was the thing to do, or did you see something?
I was raised that was the thing to do. Anytime you being hospitable, you entertain your guests, you cook, you serve. I was,
At least you ain't got to do all this.
But I was serving the wrong person, and then the person said, "Oh,
just get a bag
she
of
nice,
chips in the
so I'm gonna take advantage of it." That's what that was. So we got a lot of,
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Aren't who you attract, but you are who you entertain. So learn, grow, and glow, because it's always the audacity and the tenacity that creates the veracity of the situation. Damn, bitch, you better speak. You better speak them words. I think I said the last one.
I was
inexperienced when it
came to relationship. I was inexperienced.
Miss Camille her question that she asked, her response of like what her take is not trying to bring some man not trying to bring something to the table while the woman is working. I feel like y'all can come to a common ground if you feel like if he's not there. There's certain things that show you he's not trying. You're gonna visually see him on a laptop, on his phone, whatever device he has, looking for jobs or writing things down. You're gonna see those things, so that'll show you evidence. And and then you ain't even gotta be on his back, but you can check up on those things. You gotta see that person. That's how you get the line. You end up getting somebody that's rich, got a Fortune 500 company later down the road because you gave that person faith. But your discernment will tell you whether or not that's something to juggle with. I feel like if both of y'all have stomachs and both of y'all have the need to eat, I don't think you don't need to go full course with no steak and rib tips, all crazy shit, but you can feed somebody because it's the human thing to do. You ain't gotta, you can, I don't know, y'all can manage how much of yourself you give to somebody before they deserve it. But simply eating is nothing special about eating. You better not be heating nothing up or cracking a can and pouring nothing out talking about cooking either. Because I see a lot of that online. Everybody talking about how much they cook for they do and then really be shit out of can. So, just discernment. I feel like discernment. Yeah, I feel like discernment.
I cook for my family and I share. I don't make separate meals. When I cook dinner and I share my dinner. I cook for my son.
Well, that's your son. That's not your man. So that's a default.
I mean, I cook for my family.
Yeah, but that's your family. That's not your boyfriend.
The glory greens tray.
I know how to cook.
Talking about they cook the shit out these greens, girl. I made some greens today, bitch. They glory. Stop playing.
I know what this shit tastes like. They fool me with them blocky ass yams and shit people be making. That brown.
All you gotta do is put a little spice up to them and put a little extra on that motherfucker. Niggas be like,
yeah.
I seen that done. I seen that
done. 15 of them, and I ain't touch them. Can you start from the bottom up and go like the last comment to the most recent? To the latest. I'm gonna cook regardless because number one, I want to eat. Number two, my refrigerator's full. I don't trust people's kitchen, so I always want to eat out. And I'm definitely gonna cook because damn it, I want to eat. Did you suck that dick and lick them balls?
Josh, that's the Mars Freaky Friday.
Did you do something? What did you do? That's what the people want to know. Slicky said, keep it real, y'all. He said, you aren't, Aquarius said, you aren't who you attract, but you are who you entertain. So learn, grow, and glow because it's all the audacity and the tenacity that creates the veracity of, I'll probably say veracity or something, I don't know, of the situation. You don't have to do all that, Ree. Yeah. The word ship means part of whole, be it relationship, sportsmanship, censorship. And basically, if we can't be a whole to then equal complete abandon the motherfucking ship. I feel like people should come together as whole people and make a whole new thing. Don't be half.
That's what I was saying. Don't bring your half.
Why nobody
mentioned that? Really? Bring all of you.
Yeah, you're a whole person before you make a third effect or whatever, He said, Malik Bey said, you do not cook for someone you don't know. Yeah, they shouldn't be in your house. There should be a gauge of when they get in your house, how long you known them before they know where you stay at, before they know personal information about you, before they laying around your couch. Like, it's certain stages, so nobody will ever get to play me like that because you got to get to that point. So us going to eat, yeah, that's public. You in my living room waiting for food to be done, and I don't know you? Nah. So that's a lot of people's problems too. They don't investigate. But if you choose to be with him, obviously he's worth cooking for. If he's in your house, cook for the nigga. Both y'all need to eat. You walk through you let that nigga walk through your threshold, you might as well make
that's what I was saying. You got to bring all of you. See, when you giving somebody a fair shake, right? You don't not trust them. You trust them until they're not trustworthy, till they do something to betray the trust. Because if you're not bring that, you got to bring all of you. Don't stop. You still got to bring all you, because not half of you and then looking for the other half. You got to bring all you. That way, when the ores come together, I mean, when the two holes come together, it makes that ore. You're gonna get that ring around it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. You got, I'm just saying that's just something small thing. That's like the manifestation. That's the manifestation about earlier. It's the way you speak shit into the universe too, the way we say it. You know what I'm saying? If we're saying I'm bringing my half, I'm bringing my half, I'm bringing my half, then that's what's happening. You only getting another half of a motherfucker. You're not even getting the whole motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to make a hole out of two halves, and them holes might not fit on each other like that. You might got a watermelon half trying to sit on top of an orange half. You see what I'm saying? Like his half, so you got to see what all that person is. You got to give them all of you. You see what I'm saying? So that's all I was saying about that when I broke into your conversation. I didn't mean that you was making anything less. I'm saying the way we talk and the way we come to the universe, that's the way it manifests. So you bring all you got. You see what I'm saying? You let a motherfucker know because you want all back. You don't bring half and expect all from somebody else. You see what I'm saying? That's all. Peace.
Well, I was just entertaining the wrong part, because when it came to relationship,
that part.
I didn't have good discernment, I guess, but that's just that.
And I ain't saying you ain't no dummy like trust a motherfucker with $5,000 on the second date. I ain't saying be no dummy.
Molly asked me the question: how do you determine if he's worth cooking for? When he said the women don't cook and all that.
I just don't look at it as a mistake, though.
I don't know. I cook, so I'm one of the women that like and enjoy cooking. But I look at my age. He's not talking about women out there now. I'm older. He's talking about the 30-year-old, the 25-year-old. He's talking about the younger generation, the 35-year-old. I'm from a generation. We cook.
I always get kicked out and shit.
I'm from a different generation of young ladies.
Slight echo.
Is the echo on mine?
Slight echo. Yeah. Probably the game.
Those are younger years mistakes. Those mistakes in the younger years.
Mm-hmm.
So not like that now. And because you can't date nobody from your house.
Can I read a couple comments, Reese?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby.
If I could apply pressure, if you want that filet mignon and salmon, or eat like a grapefruit if you want dessert too. Yeah, well, yeah, put it. Yeah, I agree. Josh was like, that's how you got your man or whatever. Yeah, you said I'm a manifestor regardless. I don't know. I think it's thought about too deeply. I don't know. I think people get gray hairs early and all that stuff because they just apply too much pressure towards nothing. Like I said, if you made it to your house, then don't talk about what's off limits. You can say no to sex and stuff like that, but don't be doing stuff that, so yeah, I gotta step it up. Learn how to play your position, learn how to play your role. Cause man, I don't know. I never had no problem like that. You don't just make it into my space like that. I've been living here for 4 years, and only 2 niggas know where I stay at. They can't tell you what direction. They can't tell you what neighborhood. They don't. Hell no. People be too quick to let motherfuckers in, and that's the problem. But neither here nor there. That's gotta learn and grow, I guess.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we all here from. To learn. I may learn something from your story. You may learn something from mine. Or, you just here just to share experience. That's life. Network and sharing different experience.
Still echo. You feel me on that trade? Like I've had it where it's like, we reached we already know we almost fucking the first night, but on not in the disrespect, just like that vibe like that. You know what I'm saying? So I've had it happen quick, and I've had it happen like slow motion where you have it, you go out and you kick it for a minute and you vibe and you listen and hear what a motherfucker talking about, you know what I'm saying, how they speak and what they you listen a lot. A lot of times if you find somebody that's like you, a lot of times it'd be quiet for a minute because both of y'all listening, waiting to see what the motherfucker gonna say because they both on the same type of shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta start asking questions and shit just to get the conversation flowing because niggas waiting, they just listening to see what niggas blurt out their mouth and what they might just, you know what I'm saying, just come off randomly and say. Niggas be waiting for that. I do anyway.
Discernment be a little bit over some people's heads or whatever, and that's cool because everybody's not gonna receive everything that's put on different platforms. Everything they watch online or whatever, they're not gonna be able to consume. But it's half the problems I hear people discuss because of the shadow work. I don't have them issues. What do you mean somebody got you so worked up or whatever that you don't know that they in your crib laid up, got a chance to spend your money and all that shit? They got your card? They got your key to your car? How they do that? So certain things to me will never make sense. Certain people's mistakes, everyone makes mistakes, but certain people's mistakes, I would never understand because
I wouldn't say they mistakes. That's what I was saying. They just lessons. That's life. But we never say that we blame, McDonald's. They was feeding me poison all these years, and I've been investing all this money. Like, no, you find out shit. You like, I ain't going there no more. And it's the same thing with a relationship. Oh, this motherfucker a cheater. Oh, this motherfucker da da da. Oh, I ain't fuck with them no more. But you can't be mad and upset at self because damn, I was looking out for them. I was being a great partner. I was buying them things. I was cooking for them. Them the things you supposed to do. But when it's over, you can't be mad that you did those things. Just know that when you get in a relationship, those things you already know you can do. You just need to find somebody that's not going to cheat on you. That's going to be good. But outside of that, I don't know why people say I did with the wrong person. Nah, they was the right person at the time, but they the wrong person now, So don't
that part, Molly. That part where you don't get no points. Like niggas on the street, you don't get no points for not pitching. You don't get points for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't tell. I tell. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no points for not telling. You're not supposed to tell. You know what I'm saying? So that part of your conversation, that part, you don't get no points for the stuff you're supposed to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? In the relations.
Yep.
You don't get no extra points for that.
You got to know what's lust and what's a relationship. What's lust? Because like you said, when you go out and you hit on the first night,
mix them in. You got to mix them in, Slim. It's got to be a big ass mixture.
But lust lead us. Lust and love are both 4 letters.
Oh, here it is. Fine line.
In relationship, and sometimes people feeling
that I
lust
talk about like
relationship.
yourself instead of like making it a general thing because the some of the things that you're saying, I'd rather like us just chime in that because a lot of people here don't be suffering from not suffering, but dealing with or really consumed by those type of subjects. So I'd rather you tailor certain specific things to you instead of making it like general experiences.
It's just everybody general experience. That's life. You may not have had it now, then, or you may not never, but somebody had it somewhere along the line. That's how you learn to get different experience and how people.
Sure, that you need to mix your love in with your love.
I mean, saying next
mix your love with your love.
That's right.
I get what you're saying. That's your opinion. Yeah,
it's just how I grew up. This was where we was over here. I don't know what you were doing over there, but I don't tell people or oh, you did this or you didn't do this, or that's not catered to me, whatever. Somebody out there.
I'm not saying that it's not catered to me. It's an open discussion. This is actually a very great show today.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying.
I
You
would
should
rather be
cater to
tied
you.
to I would rather be tied to you because it's your situation versus trying to make the subject a general subject. So if we tied to you, it's okay to talk about you without any of us attacking you or trying to comfort you when you're honest and vulnerable and all that type of stuff. Like a time like now, as opposed to making it a general subject that the people in the comments can't relate to, the people here can't relate to. Mistakes, yes, everybody can relate to, but those specific ways you're explaining or open up to certain subjects, it's tailored to you. I'd rather talk about how you felt about this or why you thought this was good to do versus, some
You're
of the.
saying, oh, I get what you're saying, but yeah, I just look at it like we fall off a bike. I seen kids that get right up and hop on their bike. I was that kid. I get fucked up. I'm not trying to go in the house. If I go in the house, that's more time from outside. So I just get up and I come in the house with cuts and bruises. My mother like, boy, what? You supposed to clean it. Yeah, I get it. But then I seen kids that fall, had them same off the bike. They crying and all that shit. Like they dying out there, motherfucker. They can't even get off the ground. And it just depends on how people respond in certain situations. And that's what I'm saying with this situation. If people go through bad relationships, some people respond and they say, I'm the reason why I ain't do something. Or some people say, oh, this person, and it trickles over. But you got some people say, fuck it, move on to the next person. People handle it differently. So it's like, yeah, we all deal with this situation, but we all handle it differently. And there's better ways we can handle it. That don't mean my way is right, your way is right. I just want to hear, how did you handle this situation? And from we hear, okay, this how you handle it. And I'm saying this how I handle it. I don't blame myself. I just say at that time, that's what I was going through. That time, that's what I would do for anybody if I'm in a relationship with. But when it came to a point, I couldn't trust that person no more. We done. I don't look at you the same, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, I done did this for that person, did that for a person. I shouldn't have did that shit. No, I should have did that, all those things. Because at that time, they was a totally different person. That's how I look at things. But other people look at it different. They get stressed about all the things they did over the years. And, oh, I did this and I did that and da-da-da. And it just draws stress on yourself. I don't do that, but some people do.
There ain't no right, no wrong though, for real, Reese. What you do is what you do. Like Michelle said in the comments, she said if you fuck on the first night or if you make a nigga wait, it ain't no difference, and it ain't no right, there ain't no wrong way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? It's what fits your comfort and what fits the situation and what fits the life and maybe some of your morals or principles or a little bit more loose on the goose or something with that. You know what I mean? It's all good is what it is for real. It's like we just want to hear, you know what I mean, your end of it with your experience with it too. You know what I mean? Fuck the general, you know what I mean? Because we can all be in general, like, because there is no wrong and right. You know what I mean? Because there really ain't. I mean, you saying it's wrong for me to be out here selling dope to people's and shit. I get that point, but when niggas is starving and shit and families hungry and people want to eat, I get that part too. You know what I'm saying? I get that part too. And that's easier to get than a job in our communities. So I understand that. And I know it's a setup and I know all that. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that I understand why a motherfucker would take that way. So just be knowing that it's not wrong. It's not wrong for somebody to try to feed their family in a manner. I mean, there's limitations to shit.
I hope you see the comments.
Chopping niggas' heads off or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? That don't make you a slut, because like she was saying, don't make you a slut because you fucked on the first date. That's what Aquarius said, something like that in the comments. Michelle, and that's just what happened. You know what I mean? That was just the vibe in the moment. It don't make it a slut. That could last forever. That could be the man that you with for the rest of your life. You never know. So
I think what it is that, just like the other day we was talking about frequencies and all that, and somebody video, I can't remember what it was, but they had a chart up and was talking about your lower vibrations versus your high ones. Same thing I said about everybody needs to be at rock bottom once in their lives so they can appreciate the grind up and they can see it all, so they builds a solid foundation for whatever you manifest, whatever you get into after that. impactful moment happens in your life. It's the same way with being up. So if you never identify that frequency, that automatic, like you was talking about, JoJo, that automatic feeling, you just know we gonna click. You just, I could talk to you for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and you just know that we on the same shit. So no matter what we do together or whatever happens or whatever, you just know that you're gonna click with that person. If you never identified that before, you will never know how to go out in this world and pick out those people without even having to fully evaluate how they are as people, what their characteristics are, what they act like, if they shiesty or not. It's a certain feeling of energy that's passed between you and that person to let you know that it's going to match. You might not know why it's matching, but it's going to match for some reason. And obviously with the conversation y'all having where y'all minds are at, that'll show what y'all both thinking about. But until you're able to feel that, you will never be able to identify what that means to get that feeling from somebody. So that's what I think.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Because you're not supposed to know the way. You're not supposed to. Don't they teach you that? You're not supposed to know the way. You know, man, you're supposed to just be in it. You don't know the way it's going to happen. You don't know how you're going to meet somebody. People be forcing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna meet him at church. I'm gonna meet him. How you know? How you don't know you don't meet him at Dunkin' Donuts? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, we forceful, so you don't know the way of the journey. All you gotta do is be open and go through the journey. That's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to make it your way and make it the way of your energy, of the way that you put yourself out there. And then wait for that person to come back that's just like you. That's what's going, or is compatible with you. You see what I'm saying? So just keep being you and being open and stop trying to figure out how it's going to happen. Where I'm not saying you, Reese. I'm just saying, people.
I know.
Yeah, I'm saying how it's going to happen. You know what I mean? You just like when you get looking for business. You're looking for a business. You don't know exactly how it's going to happen. Shit. I remember opening one of my first business when I came home. I didn't know how the fuck I was going to do it. I bought a machine. I put the machine in my closet. I couldn't even get the machine around town. It was too big. I had to have a vehicle. Guess what? All that shit fell out the sky for me. Out of no motherfucking way. And nigga gave me a motherfucking truck. You heard me? Because they heard that I had the energy talk about my machine. Yeah, yo. So just take the journey, yo. Take the journey and just ride the journey out and be you. That's how we get shit.
I seen that you put a video in the private chat, Molly.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. And I was just thinking, a lot of people, most times they'll say, "I need money," but most times people don't understand you need love in your life more than anything. So a lot of people go out here and they get a job, and they say if that job fired them, they just grind and get another one because they know they need money. They like, I need money to live. And it's the same thing with love. You go through a breakup, that's you losing the job. Why people just sit back and say, you know what? I'm not going to rush into getting this next job, which is the boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm going to sit back until I find the perfect one. Nobody sit back and wait till they find the perfect job. They go out there because they need the money. So it's like, just get back out there. You find love again. If it ain't the right one, keep finding it, because you need love in your life, just how you need money, just how people go out here and just constantly. I worked 20 jobs in my life. Yeah, you should have 20 X's too if you single. You should keep trying. That don't mean just give up or just sit back and wait for the perfect girl or the perfect guy, because you ain't sit back and wait for the perfect job because you need money. It's the same thing. You need love. Go out here and find somebody if y'all out here looking.
That was top notch example right there, Molly. That was high level shit right there. That was high level shit.
I'm gonna throw 2 cents on top of that. And love don't mean sex either, people. Because some people think you gotta get zoned out.
Don't mind if I hit video. You mind if I hit on the comments before we play the next track?
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Starting from the bottom. Everything's an experience. She said you got to be in tune with yourself. Louisville, exactly. I've been with my mom 8 years, going on 9 years. I've been with my man 8 years, going on 9 years. November 8th. Mr. just said for the most part that won't last. I guess that type of mindset won't last. I like this is the one I like. This is the reason why I wanted to read it.
Yeah.
He was saying when also when you fell off the bike, you didn't blame the bike. You realized you did something wrong and adjusted. People think they can't do wrong and try to blame the bike instead of figuring out you may be the problem.
I don't know. I might have kicked and slammed that motherfucking bike a couple times.
Yeah, I did though. I did. I used to kick the shit out
See,
of
that's
my
that.
bike.
That's that shit you talking about. You don't blame the bike.
Listen, jump shot is the
Bike is
basketball
laying, you sit
fault.
on the
I
bike.
kicked that basketball over the gate. They be like, why you kick the basketball? That shit won't go in the hoop. Shit won't go in the hoop, nigga. I noticed my shot. It's the ball. I need a new basketball.
See, that's that shit. She said comedian
Video
JoJo
game.
Baby, motherfucking nigga or whatever. Exactly, comedian JoJo Baby. It's an experience. At the end of the day, everyone who crosses paths crosses your path for a reason. It was to teach you either what you want, what you don't want, what you inhabit, or what you won't inhabit. Same thing. Yep. I'm all right here.
Corey needs to start summarizing these things up into like 2 sentences. At least one per grade.
I don't think she realized when you comment, it's only like 2 or 3 sentences to you, but it's on here like a paragraph. So it might be a couple things that look small, but like let's be real, we're all grown. I'm not about to sit back and say Dominic your man gotta wait. Yet I'm not saying shit. I gotta fuck either. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with the flow. I was just engaged twice before I got married, and no lie, fuck both my exes the first night. And guess what? These men were hell of men and helped me grow into who I am today. Invest in me and invest in them. And there's no right or wrong way. Yeah, my first came from a hookup. I had 2 years. That was a 2-year relationship. I ain't getting on TMI. That was a hookup. I was supposed to see you one and done, and you know the vibe, the conversation, just what I was talking about in general. That was enough to get 2 years out of it. And I love both relationships, so that shit don't matter. Your vibe, that energy I was just talking about, you got to feel that off that person to know it's a little bit more than whatever is presented. So yeah, I know you want to play the other joint. I just wanted to catch up on the comments real quick to let them know that we reading them.
No, he's catching up on them. All right, shit. I just pulled one out the arsenal. They ain't trying to let me play it anyway. They tell me sign into Instagram.
Oh shit.
I'm already signed in though.
Yeah, I'm already here. But it's been good conversation. This type of shit I like today.
Where he at? He didn't come in at all today.
Yeah, you'd have heard. I think he's in the comments because I seen the courier say, "Hey, David Green, let you through."
They just be saying that because they don't realize a couple things. Like the comments go away. So if we see it, but if David popped in later, he's not gonna see your comment because it's gonna refresh and give him a different set of what's currently, So they don't unless you go to a video on one of our lives, he's not gonna see it. And the person gotta go, so they'll say like he'll come in, different people come in and say hi to everybody just when they come in. Right. So everybody might not be on the panel, but I like that too, regardless, If they watch it back, they'll see their name. I like that.
Let me try this one. Yeah, funny man Tab, man. He needs some rest, y'all.
Hell yeah, she over there right now, so
yeah.
I almost tried to fall asleep on this bitch.
Go to sleep. Just go to sleep. That's all.
Get your rest though, bro. You be working overnight and shit.
Yeah, you already know when I share one of my clips, it's gonna be something crazy.
That's all right. Let's get with it. I like this type of shit. Great conversation. Look.
It's right on gonna be crazy.
I'm good. Right on time.
Jay famous around the hood, man.
Nope, didn't say that. But
Jay famous around the hood.
I'm out at the same time, when we on the show.
Okay. Damn, yeah. And go to clip. Hopefully I don't do nothing damage.
And I lived right in the Pentagon at the time, so I was able to see the whole talk about it.
What Reese laughing about over there?
I'm laughing at LA Josh Preston. It's crazy so. Trey, you see what
getting some of that stanky ass.
Ain't no stanky ass. Ain't no whales over here.
Put that tissue in the nose this time. You ain't getting them this time. Let me see. Hopefully, audio. Audio.
Not a plane. They don't know what they're talking about. How would you see a plane hit that?
Dude, I saw the second explosion. There was no plane that hit the second building. It exploded from the inside out.
It was a bomb. Bomb in another building, not second plane. That was a bomb. Who said the second plane?
That's what we're told. The second plane. We saw it on television.
Everything. All right.
Thanks a lot. What happened was I was down in the basement. All of a sudden, we heard a loud bang, and the elevator doors blew open. Some guy was burnt up, so I dragged him out. His skin was all hanging off. So I dragged him out. And I pulled him out of the parking lot. This was what was left on it. Pulled him out. When I pulled him out, I looked up, and the second bomb blew up. Just saw a big burst.
All of a sudden, you heard a loud explosion. So we all ran to look. And the first building was a big hole on the side of it, and on the other side went in flames. So we stood there in shock. Everyone's screaming. A woman collapsed on me. I had to lay her down on my textbook. And then before you know it, out of nowhere, the next building blew up. And then all of a sudden, everybody's in a stand. Everyone's running all over the place. A panic attack.
We actually didn't see the second plane, but we saw the explosion hit the other tower.
That's the bomb, right? Yes, of course. That exploded right in front of us.
I did not see a plane. I said the plane hit the first building. The second building just exploded.
That looks like a second plane.
I did not see a plane go in. That just exploded.
Hiya. What up, everyone? This is L.A. Josh Preston, host and producer of the podcast with L.A. Josh Preston, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live and on Twitch. But in the meantime, you're listening to Althea McFarlane and the Morning Mac Show. Hey, play with it, but don't play with it.
Oh, man, LA.
He got the Timbs on, huh?
Yeah, that just
comment. Shout.
Was a good video though.
Yeah, new release footage. Just starting to wonder, but years done passed, so ain't much we can do about it. But this is the footage they wouldn't show us when it first initially happened, because everybody kept saying it wasn't a plane, it was a demolition. So it's just funny now that these videos going viral, and now people like, oh, now it wasn't. It's like, come on, people been saying this for a long time, but now that the video ever's out there, people can start to see that them people weren't considered crazy or conspiracy theories and all this stuff that they always come up with when people tell them the truth, So it is weird. I just thought I should share that though.
Yeah, it's a reading called the 9/11 Commission, and they broke a lot of that down. Down to so many things behind it. Down to Michael Jackson was supposed to be there that day. A few other celebrities supposed to have meetings in that building that day. People canceled. The I forgot his name that owns Ground Zero. So he owned the different World Trade Centers. Upped his insurance like 2 months before 9/11. So it's when YouTube allowed creators to create is when the true information was really passed. Like I say all the time, a lot of these accounts are gone. They're wiped away. They don't exist on YouTube anymore, been deleted, or there's a reason why YouTube wanted to cancel them. But when the real information was really around and you was able to you can find stuff, but when it was readily available was when a lot of these conversations would be easier to introduce to people that don't be checking into this type of stuff. Because, man, and I live right by, even still, but especially before Alexandria, I live right by the Pentagon. So I rode past the highway, and see in it myself. And I'm sorry, that's not big enough for no plane.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I seen it myself, not on the news. I seen it myself. I'm watching them clean up. I was able to go by there every day and see clean up and all of that type of stuff. It doesn't come together.
It just show that the technology been out here. I know a lot of people, oh, this Photoshop, oh, this AI, and they been able to do these things. It's just that now they gave it to us to use. No different than the cell phone. They always say the military 30 years in advance or more ahead than us. So most of the times we get devices, this stuff they've been playing with for the last 10 years. So they always be the head of us. So I was just like, dang, they've been able to just, because I seen video of a plane going right into that joint, then I seen videos with no plane. The joint just went down like a demolition. But the only thing that was the same was the way that the building went down. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like, damn, that's crazy. It looked like a demolition. You look at any other building when they blow it up, it went down exactly the same. So it's like they got two different videos out here. Which one do you believe? And it's crazy that we in these times when people's lives was at risk. Like this is gonna be something that's gonna be remembered even 100 more years from now. Like they just don't care, and they've been using all this technology, these AI videos and ways to trick us for the longest. So it's just like, man, we gotta be careful with most of the things they saying today. A lot of things they got coming up. It's a book that came out in '97. I sent it to y'all in the group. You know, I don't know if y'all gotta look it up. It's like a $10 book though, and it's on Amazon and everything. But this book came out in '97, and they talking about things that's happening today. But it was a plan, like how the pandemic, all the virus going to happen, how all these things, 9/11, how all these things was in play. And at that time, it was just fiction. Nobody thought these things would be true. But now as time went on, this book starting to get famous now. Everybody reading and it's going around. So it's like how this author was able to write about all these events. Same, no different than The Simpsons. How do they can write and put these things into their stories if they don't already know there's a plan? So now it's just like, man, I don't think we can prevent a lot of these things that we fight and we vote for, we march for, because they already planned this 20 years ago. So it's like, how can we stop something they already planned it 20 years ago when we know they already was putting it into play? So now we got to start looking at things way ahead than later, because once they already started to move in the neighborhood, they already 10 years in. That means they already started their plan 10 years ago. Too late to stop anything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You're right about that shit.
Yeah, we still talking shit, Slicky.
Yeah, you want people to I know you want people to come over to your stream, but I'm not gonna be able to do that while I'm on this live stream. I
Yeah, they
seen your
muted,
comment
Slicky.
saying you was going on a mix, and that's cool. I still want you to give me a live stream where you showing me you mixing. You had one that I really liked, and I asked for that. That's somebody that tunes in and shares your your live stream and everything. I want you to definitely have
brother.
have a camera set up where you can show yourself mixing them joints. You was taking requests and all of that. I've been said on your live a couple times. I mean, on this live a couple times. Y'all tuning in his stream. I love his music. I love what he's doing. I told you I want some type of watch party. Just to celebrate people that do it. We know people that do things, so why not try to celebrate them? But I'm not celebrating shit right now because I'm on this live stream, so I wouldn't be able to catch one until later.
I see William Watson said, "What up, baby mama?"
Yeah. Little Reese got a lot on, man. Reese a little freaky, man. I don't know what type
She
of
be trying to
sister
act
I
like,
got. I ain't heard. I know all her boyfriends. I don't know that one.
Yeah, I ain't never
Reese.
heard that name.
Where was you at? That was you was at 9/11.
The motherfucker Pinky might be on the shelf, but she always got her mouth with her.
Type shit.
What was you doing, Reese, around 9/11?
When 9/11 hit, I just turned 30 years old, and I was home with my boyfriend at the time. I was off. That's when I was working with Walmart for Neighbors Center. I was laying in the bed, and we heard the sonic boom shook my patio window. We thought the earthquake was happening. He was like, "Baby, you hear this? You hear this?" And I was like, "Oh, what is this? It's the sonic boom. We're under attack. We're under attack." We running around, and flipping through the news. I'm watching in the bedroom. He watching in the living room. We thought, "Oh my gosh." He panicked and talking about, "So we under attack. This about to be it." So I was here. I just came back that was my first time going to Atlantic City as an adult, going to the casino as an adult. They took me for my 30th, and that's where it was. And when that happened, boom, that's where I was at. So it's right here.
Man, I was in middle school.
I was in the 4th grade.
Where was you at, JoJo? 9/11. JoJo was on the beach. He ain't even know this shit happened.
I knew that. I was one of the first niggas that told him I was working out, getting ready. I was waiting because they had forced me to take a GED class and shit. So I had to take a GED class. that I didn't want to take, and I wasn't getting it, so I was just going there to read what I wanted to read. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was waiting. I was in the I worked at rec yard, so I was out in the rec yard, and I was underneath the bleachers, except they concrete. It's like, the concrete bleachers, so they got rooms underneath of it. You know what I mean? We're underneath the steps. There was an officer's room, and they used to let us, since weights were not legal in the feds no more. They used to let us have make our own weights and shit. So we had weights back there we could lift and shit back there. So I wasn't big on weights, but I was sitting back there because it was quiet, and I was doing some curls and shit. I did do some curls, and I was listening to my Walkman, and I heard that a plane had just hit the World Trade Center, and another one went down, and I went out, and the rec officers are always the coolest officers, the ones that work rec in the feds, because they athletes. Usually they got the athletes and shit working in the rec yard and shit. So I went out there and I was like, yo, they I just heard planes hit the motherfucking joint. So
He was in Germany.
And then it all came, to they turned the TV on, started watching and shit. And then I was in a spot where they had the dudes that tried to blow the World Trade Center up the first time. The dude with the red beard and
in the basement, you mean?
Yeah. When they did it in the basement. So where I was at, they were there, right? So after a while that day, they locked the joint down, and when they let us back out, all them niggas, anybody attached to them niggas, that group of niggas, the Arab niggas, all them, they was gone, never to be seen again.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They was gone.
So,
they got them out of there.
Them niggas disappeared. They got dungeons and shit. They probably put them niggas in dungeons and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
and for their protection.
You know what I mean? Not just for theirs. They know if there was something bigger going on that was going to happen in there too, Miles. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't know what the hell was going on. Would the guards be under attack? The wardens or anything like that. So when all them niggas was gone, all of them, the whole cap, because in the feds, in the feds, you eat with your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not on the East Coast, if you like somewhere on the West Coast or Midwest, we DMV. That's who we sit with. DC, Virginia, and Baltimore all hang together. We got each other's backs and shit. And then you got the Arab niggas, and you got the Bloods to sit in a certain section, and you got the Crips to sit in a certain section, and you got the Muslims to sit in a certain section, Christians, and so on. So vice lords, because the feds got everybody in it. Dirty white boys, the Aryan Brotherhood, all that. They all got tables in the cafeteria where you don't sit at. You better not go over there and sit in somebody else's section. Your ass be chopped up by the nighttime. You heard me? Yeah, no bullshit. It's that serious. You know what I mean? But that whole section with all them niggas, the Arab and all that motherfuckers,
stuck on that.
That shit was empty than a motherfucker. That shit was empty.
God,
all them
dang.
niggas was gone. They took every last one of them niggas off the compound.
They could have blew that motherfucker up.
Even the people that didn't have nothing to do with that, they because
that's their group. They tied it as an Al Qaeda, type of group thing. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that was locked up, Al Qaeda niggas that was locked up in there, they swooped them up.
Trey, what were you doing around 9/11?
They disappeared.
What was Trey? Young Trey, you were 9 years old, 4th grade.
My bad.
What you remember from
you asked me a question as soon as I took a hit. Damn. But I was in the 4th grade. I was in Jefferson Houston school, which is elementary school at Alexandria, whatever. We had a conversation like this before, but I would say the first time, if you ever seen TV shows back, well, you have, but shows like Saving the Bell and all that back then, where they would use that class changing bell, the one that would be equivalent to a fire alarm, which is not what they use, but that's the first time I ever heard it in my life. So you always see it on TV, but I've never heard that type of bell. And it's just, I don't know what about the bell and the training with teachers. All the teachers heard it. It's like everybody in the whole playground, big ass field, pretty much, looked simultaneously. It was so scary. It was so eerie how everybody just turned to it. All the teachers knew to grab up all the kids and get them inside. So whatever was a part of their training, they just knew to get us inside. That bell don't ring. It's a chime on the intercom. It's not a bell like that. But I know we was rushed inside.
It's like
Teachers
that
didn't ask
siren,
questions.
that
They was
siren
automatically
call.
like, it's like they already knew what person would start calling parents. They was lining up bags. They was getting everybody's stuff together. Like it was crazy to be like pushed and pulled, and you snatch. No, you stand over here and you stand over there, and they just snatching kids up and putting them in certain lines and all that type of shit. And I think it was my grandmother that picked me up. Now when I thought because I was young, I didn't know the Pentagon is not the same thing as New York. I thought New York was the same thing as DC because all you think is tall buildings, like government buildings. That's all you think about. You know, and my mom worked for the FAA, so I remember seeing planes hanging from the, real planes hanging from the ceilings and all that, and being in that. So I thought that they was attacking DC at that age. So I thought one of the buildings that they was blowing up was potentially one of my mom's buildings because that's all I was used to is seeing her in, them type of settings or whatever. And yeah, so I didn't know what to think. All I remember is when we finally got to the TV, it showed the plane that was hitting the building, and I know that everybody's phone was flatline. Their phone didn't even ring. There was no dial tone. Type. It was so busy that you couldn't call out, and we didn't have Facebook and all that. Like everything was froze. Like the internet was froze. You couldn't really do nothing. All you could do, you would like reduce down to your TV. But like I said, I thought it was DC, so I was frantic. I thought my mom was dead, honestly.
God
So
damn.
I had to wait almost all day, like to the end of the night. I don't think she came home till 9:30, 8:30, and she worked right in DC, and we right in Alexandria. Ain't no buses running like that. Ain't no, But she talked about like people that don't know each other crying, holding hands, like the harmony. She said as crazy as it was, the
Put the
harmony
world
of
together.
everybody coming together that day, being fearful. But I would ride all the time going to Pentagon City Mall. A lot was shut down for a while, so you couldn't do too much around the whole area really because it's a crime scene technically or a national threat. But going past the whole, and seeing it, firsthand, I don't know. That I just remember, I was in 4th grade when it happened. I thought my mom was dead. Like I thought she was dead. Yeah.
I was in middle school. My mother came and got me from school for the first time. I was just like, my mother not coming. I just kept looking around. Everybody getting called down. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. We just looked like, they was like, that's weird. My father came to get me. My mother came. So everybody just like going. I'm like the last person in there, and I'm looking like Miss Ferguson. My mother not coming. Like, why is they letting everybody out? She was like, baby, it's something going on. It's real big. Da, da, da. Man, my mother came in that joint. When I heard my name come to the office, I was like, oh, something ain't right.
Yeah.
My mother all panicking. Yeah, they bombing America. I said, what?
That's how a lot of people was.
All the planes and jets fly over here. She get cover, man. We walking. My mother ain't driving, so we had to walk home. We about 5 blocks away, so it was a hill too. We got there though. But I was scared as shit for my mother. She had me scared to death. Like they just keep saying jets fly over out here everywhere. It's like, I'm thinking they about to drop one.
That's all you see every like 10 minutes. Shoot, 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 shoot. Like it was like war.
And we felt it. We felt that sonic boom.
Yeah, you can
that
feel
was
it.
the first time I was like, I said, that's a sonic boom. I didn't know what a sonic boom was, but we felt it. It shook like
that. I think that was an EMP, to be honest, because like you said, Trey, none of the devices was really working like that. It was weird. Now that I'm old and I'm looking back at it, it's like,
you couldn't call. There was no dial tone. Your phone was silent. You pick up the call and you think you can hear dot, 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 dot on the house phone, mind you. We wasn't even on cell phones that heavy at the time. We had them, but you try to go on either line, there's no sound. I never not heard a dial tone, never not rung nobody's phone. That was the being taken back to having nothing. Like that was a first piece of evidence in my life of everybody being honed down to ground zero. Didn't matter if you had money that day, because your ass was scared and trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
when the aliens land, that's when they said ain't gonna be no racism then, niggas. The color, your color, you're human or not. They ain't, shit, they ain't gonna be worried about that. You know,
no worries.
That was a fearful time. That was almost. I mean, people were scared like that, fearful, like that. Another time I can remember is when the sniper, everybody was always because we didn't nobody nowhere, and everybody was looking for the wrong thing, and everybody, if they saw a van, everybody's screaming at gas stations, everybody running and zigzagging,
ducking low in their seat and shit.
People at the gas station laying in the seat. I remember Prim Matthew. He was getting gas, and he said that he was laying down in the seat as he getting gas. I mean, and they said walking the zigzag pattern, they can't hit a moving target. So you see everybody doing it. It was scary as hell.
They be fucking with people, man. They be like, let's see if we can get them to do it.
Out in Gatesburg, then the Walmart Neighborhood, and they closed 270 down, and the police was out there with shotguns. They were stopping every vehicle, and I was scared. Me and my coworker, I was like, "Oh my gosh," because they don't know who the sniper is. We could have been.
They know you know ass not the sniper.
I mean, they were stopping everybody. They were, and they was up on our building when I was out Redland Boulevard. I was like, they said we couldn't go out for lunch. Everybody. That's when that guy got shot down in Leisure World, down there in where's Leisure World? William Silver Spring, down that area. When they shoot people at the seniors place, they shut everything down. And I'm up there in Redland Boulevard, like in Gatesburg, and the police was standing on our building, a building across there. We was like looking out the windows, like, what is going on? Because it was a report not too far away. Somebody got shot. They shut all that stuff down because nobody knew what was going on. Everybody was panicked. Everybody was scared. And I was like, wow. And you scared to take the children out? Scared to, and then when that little boy got shot at the junior high school, we was like, they're killing kids too. When the boy got I hear Bowie, when that boy got shot at junior high school, they were sniping kids. So we was scared to do anything. Because nobody knew.
Shit, I ain't realized when I moved to Fredericksburg, I moved right around the corner where the Michaels was at, where somebody got shot. I was right off of 208. I think that's what it is in Fredericksburg. But yeah, right around the corner from the Michaels. I was reading a documentary about it and realized that was the Michaels location until I seen the shopping center.
Yep, they got shot. People were scared to go shopping, to pump gas, to go to school. It was wild.
Motherfuckers lean back in their seats. Try zigzag.
They was.
I know,
niggas got that problem every day going to school now.
Anyway, right? Y'all should be zigzagging now. I need to see y'all zigzagging.
Exactly.
It's still the same threat. What the fuck? Ain't nothing changed.
Only thing confused me is like, why we still have to go to school with a fucking serial killer on the loose?
Yeah.
How y'all know they're not gonna kill all these kids walking to school? DC, we still at a walk. Motherfucker, we looking like we gotta stay 20 deep. If that nigga come our way, some of my friends carrying guns, we 12, 11 years old. Like, they older siblings giving them guns. Like, y'all somehow come across this nigga, y'all gonna have to survive. And we thinking like, yeah, you right. You know, like, this shit is crazy.
Other than that, Leisure World was like close. But he didn't go in Southeast or Northwest. They didn't go uptown. They didn't go in DC. He didn't go. He wasn't going to sniping people. I guess
when he told him to go. No, he went where they told him to go. That's
wild, child. Child said the World Trade Center bombing hit home for me because my mom was working there for the first one. That's the one in the basement he talking about. And my aunt was working there for, but she missed her train that morning. Yeah, my not to spin it on myself and be one of those people, but my aunt that I actually live with, this aunt or whatever, her the choir director's wife works in the office part that actually got hit. And
That's
some of that, a
crazy.
lot of people were gone because there was part was under construction at the time anyway, because they were renovating it. You know, the building's old, but they were renovating it, so a lot of people were gone. But I think she decided to take off that day, get her nails done, do something for herself, and that's what saved the choir director's wife. She worked in the office part, so I know what you mean. And at the time, I was closer than people, but
But what about the
that's your
people on
mom.
the plane?
That's your mom and your
something for
aunt.
herself for real that day,
At Lakey
shorty. God
Elementary
damn.
School?
Really did something for yourself that day.
Yeah,
That plane,
they,
that,
you
that
know, for
plane
real. Like,
with
Oh
my
yeah,
what you
for
say,
real.
Reese? I'm sorry.
I
Your
said my
aunt.
Aunt Dolly, rest in peace, Aunt Dolly. Remember I told you the one that was all in the politics and everything in the school and worked for the police department. She was supposed to be going on that trip that would Lakey, I think that's the name of the elementary school. When the kids died, I think 11 of them got killed when they hit the Pentagon when the plane blew up. Lackey, am I saying it right, Molly? Lakey or Lackey? You know what I'm talking about?
Lackey High School?
Yeah. Lackey Elementary.
Elementary. Oh,
Our
okay.
school went on the 9/11 trip too. It was a
She was on.
program. All the schools
Oh well.
had. Yeah, we had a whole classroom that was on the plane.
Yep.
Like
And the whole elementary 5th grade class.
from Hong.
And I'm glad my Aunt Dolly didn't go because she would have been gone then on the trip. But they had to do that was sad for the people that was aboard that was sacrificed for them whatever was going on.
Yeah. Well, that was justification for the country to back up. Because if you don't feel like, and this is my analogy, if you don't feel like somebody's giving you an option, is when you rebel. When you feel like I'm laying a couple options on the table, is when you're more willing to consume what I'm saying, or you'll be more for what my mission is. So America did the same thing, and America did it to its own people, in my opinion, did it to its own people because that justified us backing up the government when they went over to kill, slaughter, and destroy everything over there. If without 9/11, we would everybody would have been in an uproar, like, what the hell are you doing? Just going over there. Now everybody desensitized. But that's what I think that was for.
And that's why they was burning the oil wells over there. I didn't know the Bush family had a bunch of oil wells. A lot of rich people have oil wells in other countries. And they was sending army people to guard the oil wells because the people were setting them on fire.
Bin Laden shit. His family on the oil. This is a
ex-FBI chief exposes shocking cover-up. Okay.
Yeah, they named Ted or something. He known though. Yeah, he big time. He known in that field. But I'm gonna play this clip and y'all give us y'all thoughts. This the last clip for the day, y'all.
Happened in the last 23 years. A disgrace. I personally investigated the Oklahoma City bombing case. Huge cover-up. Jack Kennedy's assassination, huge cover-up. Bobby Kennedy's assassination, huge cover-up. World Trade Center, huge cover-up. Okay. Terrorism. They're using it as an excuse to take away our constitutional rights and our civil liberties. The Bilderbergs. The Illuminati, Bilderberg, New World Order, globalists are the element behind this. It dovetails into the satanic movement, and this movement has infiltrated into our intelligence community, the once great FBI and the CIA.
He went back to the Oklahoma bombing. That's the Black Wall Street. That's
No, it ain't. That's I think he was talking about the Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Oklahoma, they bombed us in Oklahoma. They bombed. Okay.
No, that was a lynching, baby. That was a lynching.
Yeah, that was a little.
I mean, but they still bombed the place. That's what I'm saying. But you said Timothy McVeigh.
I believe that's his name, or was his name that he did now.
Yeah, I mean,
When Reese, you think they can be a cover up, Reese? You think that these people probably doing these things that basically, like he said, we lose more freedom the more they do these things. They use these as excuses that make us go through all these extra screening now, and they put cameras and everything. But it's for our protection, because y'all don't want this to happen again. Because you believe that they can possibly be doing that just to cover up some things for their own greed.
to convince you that you need to be protected, to convince you that you need to fall and listen to your government, to convince you that your government was right. Yes, that's a scare tactic. So you can say, "Oh no, we need the government." Oh, this awful thing happened when they orchestrated the whole
OKC
thing.
bomber.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's how fear. That's
doing the Harlem Shake on people.
Fear will paralyze you. See, look what happened. How everybody band together and was telling behind our government and military, "Go get them, y'all! Y'all go get them! Yeah, they did this to us. Go get them!"
Oh yeah, extremely monitored.
It was their old folks that did it to
them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, extremely monitored. As far as the phones and shit. Yep.
Well, all that, everything. Now, just look. You don't own. They don't want you to own no masters or nothing. Not even like your home, like the VH. The remember the home systems. You had all your security. Your security wasn't just out there. People, if you got cameras up in your house and that, people can see that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you had them before, you was the one that had the recording in your VHR or whatever that. You know what I'm saying?
VHS,
you had the master. You see what I'm saying? Like they had to come physically get that if they wanted to get the film on that. You couldn't get that by your privacy rights. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't just so they taking that. This shit is all game. It's all planned. It's all to steal, to take away.
I think it's
all
if I'm not mistaken, I think my aunt was saying that it's a clause in the agreement when you get like ring cameras and shit, you know, the shit to notify you that you have to surrender that if it's a question that a crime happened in your range. So I think you have to give that up from that date and time. You have to give up. So the plug, whoever dropping off a little dope at the house, whatever, you know, watch what the fuck you doing, because that's what I never read into it because I didn't really give a fuck.
No, that's true.
But I think that's true. Yeah.
That's very true.
That's true.
Very true.
Y'all ever, I don't know. Go JoJo. I was just gonna ask, did y'all ever see, like, I don't know what neighborhoods y'all from, but when like a new owner to a store moving to the community, barbershop or convenience store, you got some people in the community that will press them and make them pay them weekly for protection.
Yeah.
They make it seem like we here to protect you, but then they would get their friends to bust in there and tear it up and be like, look, see why we gonna protect. Now you paying them to keep them away from you, you know, and that's how I look at it with them. They do stuff with us, or when they do stuff to us, and then they blame somebody else, even though it was them, and then they come back and tell us, look, we can keep y'all protected from this though. This is what we're gonna need from y'all, and we just give up our freedom. We be like, okay, no different than the music. Oh, you don't want to get finessed no more. You can be your own boss. Just sign up on this website, and now you got all your music on that streaming site, and now you can't sign back in. They got your music. That's they shit.
They got it. Took it. If it's not, even if the platforms don't work with different labels and stuff, because I see a lot of samples, a lot of that free sample shit, free beat. Some of these celebrities be chiming in on that. They be on YouTube just like the next motherfucker looking for a beat. Like I seen a lot of shit, motherfuckers got their shit swiped right off a line, just speaking on the notion of taking music and shit like that. But you give up, you agree. I might be putting a calculator on my phone. Why the fuck are you asking me? Can we have permission to look at your photos? Can we have get access to your contacts? No. But it's all open anyway. Use a device or computer. You all open to whatever. So
I'm about to say this shit don't even matter no more. That's it. We done submitted that.
We're too far gone now. Yeah.
What I said. See, and then you know what I mean. With all this, like the so-called conspiracy theory or the truth of the theory of how the way that it's been going, this shit been going on for years and years. Why does it look like why people don't see that? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? People would still say, oh, that's how brainwashed we become. That's how easily manipulated that we've become by just them putting it in us any way they can. Making the topics of conversation. If you own the newspaper press, when there wasn't no computers, what they put on that newspaper, motherfuckers going every morning getting that motherfucker delivered to the house. They couldn't wait to get that.
Them little plastic bags people used to throw in there,
Goddamn right. I'm just saying, like, so if you own that, then you're in control of what's being put out. You see what I'm saying? And there was a serial killer from Maryland that was one of my friends, you know, and the whole time that he was doing it, they were friends. He had no clue. You know what I'm saying? But when the story hit the media, the niggas no, it wasn't nothing like his life and this shit like that. It wasn't even close. He's like, is this a different person? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that's when he said,
"What's up, Phoenix?"
That they put out, they tell you what they want to tell you. You know what I mean? What they think you should hear. So yes, absolutely. To all that shit, Molly, Trey, Althea, that they've been setting the agenda. And when I say it's so far gone, that's when I be saying, like, for our people, man, please, man, this shit, and more than half of our own people, you know what I mean? They're against us. You're against their own people. You see what I'm saying? So man, that's just so far gone. And by the way that they got this shit going, like they said, the principalities, the motherfucking Satan, this is their playground. See, so can you stay focused on your higher God, your highest, and continue to be who you feel you're supposed to be? That's the trick here on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Which way you choosing? Are you choosing to follow that shit? You know what I'm saying? Where the money is everything? No, the money is just a survival technique and a little more comfort. That's all it is. They make it to make, you know what I'm saying? So were you gonna follow your love, or you gonna follow that evil shit? Where you gonna put more energy at? I'm not saying don't do nothing that don't survive, but where's your true heart, your true love, and where you really coming from at? So that's the trick here on Earth. That's the trick on Earth.
That's the part. I like that. I like what you're saying. I think this solid conversation today. I'm liking this shit.
Cover ups. Yeah, man. I just be wanting people to see like things at a different level, you know, because when we look at their level, we always think, oh, they wouldn't lie, they politicians. They just like, yeah, if you think grandma down the street that go to church every day lie all the fucking time, then why you think they wouldn't lie? There's a lot of church people, you know, that go in there and fake it. We see it all the time, you know, they don't be everybody, but it's some people you see like, man, they faking like shit. You know, like they be putting that church little shit on. You see some people put that corporate voice on when they get around certain people. Like, why you talking like that? No, I'm at work. This how I talk at work. So why y'all don't think these politicians do that when they get on camera? You know, so at the end of the day, this seems like a lot of this stuff be covered up, because if you got a mass amount of people and there's only a little bit of y'all, how could we stay in control of all of these people? We got to put fear into them. We ain't gonna just put fear in them by just letting them scare each other. We gotta let them know, nah, it's something big at stake. Like, it's something out here that can kill all of y'all, and let us protect y'all. Let us few protect the many instead of letting the many protect the few, which will make more sense. You know, wouldn't they want to reach out as many people as possible to help get this virus under control? No, we got our doctors. Well, motherfuckers, people out here that been doing their own private studies, y'all want to at least hear from them? Nah, we got our people, because y'all already had the cure and everything years ago. That's why it's called 19. This shit came out in 19, but it was made so long ago. And a lot of people are like, no, it's something really out here, and it's really affecting. It's like, damn, they really got us, and they use the box, the media box. I don't care if you're watching on your phone, you're watching on a laptop, it's still gonna be a box, and it's drained. And it's supposed to drain your energy, man. And they get people to believe a lot of things that seem believable. I wouldn't think nobody lie about a planes crashing into a building. Like, why the fuck would you lie about that? And then when you look and see everything that came behind it, how much money and stuff would generate, how much control they got after that. Now we got to do all these extra steps just to fly. Got to go through all these. So it's like, that's what they wanted to do, but they couldn't just say, hey, look, we're going to put y'all through all these extra steps when it comes to, you know, because we'd be like, hell no. You ain't
that was the option part I was talking about, you know?
When they do things like that, they trick you into it. What is that, Joe?
there's a connection too, and it trickles back. See, they use something big like that, so where they can connect it and trickle it back down into our communities to keep us even more in control, like the terrorist acts. Like now you got terrorist acts, you know what I'm saying? Because they going to jail and you shooting out in the street, and they'll turn it into a whole nother thing now. You know what I mean? Like it's these laws are all thrown out. And I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that it's that people shouldn't be punished or nothing like that, but I'm just saying they use these laws to manipulate even the control they have in other, like with the black communities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you get caught with a certain type of assault rifle or this and that, or you know what I mean? They looking to they'll put there's certain terror clause and all. You know what I mean? Like come on, yo, you know that's what I'm just saying. So
it
yeah,
makes sense.
It's all.
If
It's
we all
all
got guns, JoJo, that'd be crazy. These youngers now be having the police scared to death. They got switches and shit, all types of drums on their guns. So you gotta make them illegal because they know if people bear arm and at the end of the day they got more ammo than us, it's more of them. So it means more guns. They might got bigger guns, but at the end of the day, it's more of us. You only can shoot one of them at a time. So if it's 100 to 1, 1,000 to 1, probably. Like they got no chance, so it's just like they use a whole nother technique, and it's through the mind, it's mental, it's fear, you know. So a lot of people scared to even fly right now. So it's like they just be running tests on them. Let's throw this out here and see how they react, and then depending on how they react, we know now what we can do. You know, they already did a blackout in a whole nother country, and they were just seeing how them people react, but they ain't panicked. Them people actually joined more together. They started to get more social. So they're not going to do it here because they see that it didn't work that good out there. They want people to panic. They feed off that because the more we panic and we scared, the more control they get, the more police you will want to see. Hey, it was just a shooting around your neighborhood. 5 people were shot. We need police presence. You're going to have people. Where the police at? Where the cops? And now the cops over there pressing everybody out, beating people, arresting innocent people. Now you like, hold up, the cops wrong. No, you asked them to come to your community. You asked them to protect y'all. That's why Marion Barry was hated, because he said, we don't need y'all. We don't need y'all to be around here to talk to our people. He ain't care to have them present to have his meetings. He's to have thousands of people out there talking with no police present. Police come there, they just come there to fuck the joint up. That was the only problem they was having. The police was coming, they starting stuff, arguing and fighting with people. But if they just stay out of it, everything was peaceful. So it's like they push the bad crimes that go on to talk people into getting police in their community, to get the police to start doing things. Then when they do it, they go overboard. It's like we ain't asked you to do all that. We just asked you to be here in case things go wrong. You step in the middle and stop it. But we ain't asked you to come over and just start shit. You know, in their eyes, we trying to prevent it. The only way to prevent it is to get ahead of it. So you just gonna assume. That's the worst thing a person can do is make assumptions. So you just gonna assume he got a gun. You gonna assume he's about to do a crime. You gonna assume he was selling drugs. So that give you the right to just press him out. And if he don't know his rights, he might let the police check him. Now he get caught with something on him, and he going to jail. You know. Then they get him to snitching on who he got it from, and now his family and everybody is beefing, and that's what they want. You know, so it's like that's the money is jail, murder, and violence. That's what sell out here and sex. So that's all they gonna push on everything, on TV, on the news, everything. It should be a happy news out here. Where's happy news? Every day we should wake up happy news. Everything good happen. Yeah, good news.
They ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do
all day.
But we
all day good news.
But we now have the power to still control the narrative of what you subscribe to, you know, and we have the power really if we trusted each other and, you know, found, if not everyone, if it don't apply, let it fly, but if we trusted each other, like we can be our own news because, you know, people have so much to say about certain platforms. Oh, you get your videos on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. If somebody has a trusted history of being somebody who tries to find the most credible information they possibly can or whatever it is they bring up to the camera, you go with that source. You don't just believe anything from anyone. You always have a second thought for anyone telling you anything. Because if you assume anything and just go with it the first time, you failed. Because you never know. That's that person's way of shaping things for you. But there's
If I
people
may
out
just-
there that really get credible information and really take the time. Like I said, a lot is deleted off of YouTube now. So a lot of people I follow for years, I was talking about all the shit Molly was talking about with 9/11, they're deleted. YouTube got rid of those, credible. They rather see you shake your ass. They rather see you fight at the graduation. They rather see that type of shit. But there's people out there that really do the work and have the time to do the work to find credible information. We start filling our timelines with more of that stuff. We have more credible stuff to pass around.
Yeah, I just wanted. I didn't want to cut you off. You was coming on this motherfucker with this shit right here. But people, some pulled up. So if I don't get back in time for y'all, click off, man. Peace.
About to click off. We've been on here 3 hours.
Yeah. I got about somebody pulled up on me. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Freaky Friday.
Brother.
Peace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we wrapping it up anyway. This has been another edition of the Morning Mac Show, Tall Tale Thursday. Conversations. Yeah, look, bring it up. We talk about it.
I'm a refresh because I know I ain't gonna hear the music. So I'm gonna refresh, come back. Oh shit! Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can turn it up a little bit too, since I can hear it.
IAQ, LA, shout out, Sliggy Woo Woo. Miss Lee, appreciate you for tapping in. We had like 2 new viewers, right?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to talk about earlier, but it's all right.
Yeah, tomorrow's Freaky Friday. Say fuck me Friday.
Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels slow. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't last. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Lee, for watching. I appreciate you. Hey, to both of y'all, Egyptian Rod, Ms. Lee.
New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels dark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac
check
Show.
on Funny Man, make sure he alright.
Yeah. Make sure he ain't fucked to death.
Right, his Friday got started early.
Yeah, it's fireworks. Thank y'all for watching.
Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The man got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, don't wake up. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Yeah.